I'm your hot swimmer recruit. You're my superior officer, stop or I'll shoot my load. Whoa, whoa. Seeing you in that swimming pool, being near you on the wrestling mat. You sat on me, I was sat on by you. I felt my wedgie, you knew the truth. I'm your hot swimmer recruit. You're my superior officer, stop or I'll shoot my load. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You caught me, I knew what I was doing was wrong, wronger than Wilfred Wong. You busted me, you wrestled me, I busted free. It was the best night of my week. I'm your hot swimmer recruit. You're my superior officer, stop or I'll shoot my load. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So wrestling with my superior officer was not against the rules, but swimming in the pool was. So I got caught, red-handed, fair cop. I copped off. I got hot. We got wrestling. He was my superior officer. I was his best recruit. I'm your hot swimmer recruit. You're my superior officer, stop or I'll shoot my load. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Cat Weasel's here. Cat Weasel's here. Bang on my cat weasel. Bang on my cat weasel. So yeah, what am I doing here at 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning with backlight from the sun? Isn't that about madness, guys? Madness. Obviously, I was the first one to bring you Paul Arnott on a plate, wasn't I? Others did cover Paul Arnott before me. They did look at his videos before me. Someone took 3 or 4 of his TikToks, edited them together as one video, and uploaded it to their own channel without comment. Someone did that. I don't need to read the cards to find out who. And that person thought he was pretty good, thought he was pretty legit, just uploaded his content, stole it off him and uploaded it to their channel, and didn't say Paul Arnott's bad or like investigate him or anything. Didn't do their due diligence. I brought you Paul Arnott on a plate. It's me. Welcome to me. What we're doing today. Start off the weekend. I'm so cross. I'm your hot swimmer recruit. Listen, I'm really enjoying this song. What I'm doing today is I'm up and no one else in my house is. So actually I woke up in this room. This is the God's honest truth. Is after the stream last night, I ate some food and I potted around in the kitchen and I came back in here and the dog was in here and I opened up Genshin Impact and I was just going to play some Genshin Impact and I felt that my back, because I was leaning back in this chair like this. I was leaning back in this chair, I was eating some food and whatever, and I felt my back was a bit uncomfortable. So for about 5 minutes I said, I'm just going to rest me back. And I lay down. And I woke up at 5 in the morning like, oh my God, I'm in this room. The computer's on. Genshin Impact, haven't done my dailies. I'm a hot swimmer recruit. The dog's on the floor, sleeping. I was like, you got to get up to your bed, you fucking chuffer. You're not supposed to be sleeping in this room. I woke up on myself. And it was all right. So I went back to bed. And then I got up now. So what is it? I'm at 9 o'clock. I got up an hour ago. I feel good, feel energised, revived, having slept comfortably in this room. Yeah. So what I want to do this morning is I've got a couple of extra hours. Nobody's even up. The dog's not even up because fucking hell, he was awake at 5 in the morning. Go up to bed, you chuffer. So I've got an extra couple of hours before anyone gets up, or even I'm obligated to even walk a dog. And what I'm going to use those hours for, of course, is being super productive. That's the main super super chuffer, super productive. That's the main thing, and I'm going to try and just edit together the John Wedger album probably, or the Eddy album. Get that thing off my face. Get that. Where's that? Get that gone. Do you know this picture? Darksy DePhil made this. Do you know who Darksy DePhil is? No, you don't. Some of you might. He's a detractor, and he's also a professional in this world with the pictures. And he makes children's toys. He models them. Like, I don't know exactly what the thing is, because obviously he doesn't want to tell us everything, because like, you know, it's his personal life and his professional life, and he's a detractor. So like, but he talks about Dark Side Phil. He's the one responsible for the for kind of semi-responsible. It's a community effort, but he drew this, modelled it, drew it, and then someone else 3D printed it and painted it. And I've got a copy of it here, the 3D printed version. This is the Guy action figure. It was a charity effort event, and I bought one. The money went to charity, so you know that's really good. St Jude's Hospital for the Kids or something, I think it was. Little community thing, but like this sort of creative ability to actually produce something like that. You know, Darksy DePhil drew this for me. Drew this. I'm doing an Alan now, pointing in the wrong direction. Drew this for me, and I'm very, very grateful. Yeah. Just every now and then I should say that. Get rid of it. And I use it for my background, and I use it for this thing as well. Can't see what I'm pointing. Like Alan. I'm your hot. So before we get on, I'm going to have to play Hot Swimmer Recruit a few more times. How are you doing? It's the morning for most of you. It's ABC might have been awake all night. They might have been on the late shift. The majority of you, I see, are normal people. Don't say that. It makes ABC sound bad and me sound bad, because I'm awake at night sometimes too. But you know, the majority of you are regular sleepers. Some of you are in a different country, so I don't know whether I should say good morning to you or like, you know, anything like that. But hope you're having a good day, whatever the fucking time is. And if you're a normal morning person, congratulations. I don't usually feel happy in the morning, but here I am, feeling happy, singing Hot Swimmer Recruit in my kitchen.
I'm your
Well, I'm not in the kitchen now, but I was a second ago, and I was singing Hot Swimmer. You know, you get a
swimmer recruit. You're my superior
officer, stop or I'll shoot my load. Whoa! All the neighbours can hear me. I've got the windows open. I need to remember that.
Seeing you in that swimming pool, being near you on the wrestling mat. You sat on me, I was sat on by
you.
I felt my wedgie, you knew the truth.
I'm your hot swimmer recruit. You're my superior officer, stop or I'll shoot my load. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You caught me.
You caught me. Alexa, what's the time in Auckland, New Zealand, Volume 8? Okay, right, one thing at a time then, eh? Alexa, Volume 8. Alexa, what's the time in Auckland, New Zealand?
In Auckland, it's 10:12 p.m.
10 in the evening. He'll just be furiously cross and drunk now then, yeah? Does he drink? I want to see his wife. I'm telling you, he's got an Asian maid wife. You said about me, Asian maid. You like your Asian maids. I'm telling you, he's got an Asian wife, hasn't he? I love Asian people. Probably more than Eddy does, even though he's married to one. I swear, isn't he in New Zealand with a, like, you know, Filipino housemaid Asian wife? Is that what? Because he's what he accuses me of. I just swear. I swear. I wonder who pushed Nikki in the river. Could have been anyone these days. It could have been anyone connected to drugs gangs in the area. Who pushed her in? Going and making himself a little bit of cheeky money on the side. Going and doing a quick push, grab the bag. Is that what it is? Bit desperate, are you? Somebody a bit desperate. Is it a serial killer, or is somebody aware that there are women picking up and dropping off drug bags, and that there's a bit of easy cash to be made, and if you can get a bit of intel, you can jump on the train, you're there in 10 minutes, bang, push her in, grab the bag, gone. Bit of easy monies. Maybe I'm a total nutter and Eddy's not even involved. Maybe he's not even involved. Well, let's go back on with Hot Swimmer Recruit for a minute.
What I was doing was wrong. Wronger
than Wilfred Wong. I'm a genius.
You busted me, you wrestled me, I busted free. It was was the
Do you realise that I'm a genius?
best night of my week. I'm
You're hot swimmer recruit. You're my superior officer. Stop or I'll shoot my load. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Peter Folding.
So wrestling with my superior officer was not against the rules, but swimming in the pool was.
He does his voice wrong.
So I got caught, red-handed, fair cop. I copped off. I got hot. We got wrestling. He was my
Smoking in the
superior
morning now.
officer. I was his best recruit.
Bad.
I'm your hot swimmer recruit. You're my superior officer. Stop or I'll shoot my load. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Peter Folding. Oosh, the Peter Files. I called the show the Peter Files today, right? And I thought I was making I need to go and make another cup of. It's not coffee even. It's not even coffee. It's chocolatey. The Peter Files, right? What they should do is Peter Folding should have a TV series all about his old cases. This is my stand-up routine. I'm inventing a stand-up routine. I'm funniest, and they're not. No one else is funniest, and I'm the most funniest, right? Is that Peter Folding should have a stand-up. I'll do the hang on. I'm the comedian. I'm the stand-up comedian. I'll do the joke. I've got a microphone here. Look, it's a mic. I don't need to pretend to hold one. I've got one. There's the microphone, and I'll pretend to hold this. So Peter Folding. Did you hear that they're doing a TV show about Peter Folding and all of the cases? The criminal cases that he's been working on. It's going to be called the Peter Files. The Peter Files. Peter, because it sounds a bit like. Oh, forget it. Forget it. You don't want to. It's all right. You don't want to. You're saying hi to each other in chat and hi everyone. You're not bothered about my jokes. It's fine. I won't tell any more. Don't need any more jokes. Probably fine off without jokes, aren't we? Oh, look, I've got some pictures here. I've got a little sticker. I'm going to stick this sticker. Sticky, sticky sticker. Don't let him get your knickers. It's some cherries, look. You can just go there on the microphone. There you go. Little cherries on the microphone there. You don't care. You don't want to know about the jokes. You're fine. Don't talk to me. You talk to each other. Oh, hello, everyone. Oh, hi, each other. I'm the main one. You're just people on the internet, for fuck's sake. Get it right. Get it right. Get it fucking sorted. Get it right. So I'm not ever getting this. I've never got enough time in my life to actually finish any projects. And that's because I fuck around all the time. So welcome to my world of not fucking around. This is now a non-procrastination stream. There's no. Coaxing's been banned. And procrastination is also completely off the cards now. There'll be no procrastination. We're going to do some hard work in the morning on a weekend, Saturday. Things I need to do involve cutting and editing off the John Wedger. I mean, I'm just going to cut the whole chunk and just not even worry about what I've said in it because I don't, cut that, move that. And the other one is, where's my fucking lighter? Hot swimmer recruit, where's your chuffing lighter? You're not so clever now, are you, with no lighter? You think you're clever? And you want another cup of that? Do you think you're clever? You don't know who you don't even know. You think you're. People don't even. Hot swimmer recruit. I found another Eddy song that we didn't put on the album as well, which I need to make sure we find and get because it does want to be on the album, and I can't remember which song it is now as well, which is annoying. But it really, really wants to be on the album, so we've got to make sure we get that. And we might as well put the Christmas song on there as well, mightn't we? Now that's what I call Eddy.
December rocks around. Santa Claus might be coming to town. But at the train station, everyone knows by now to keep away from Eddy Brown. This Christmas train will run and run, cause he spiked the drink of every woman on the platform. You might wanna pull a Christmas cracker, but Eddy got you red knickers, he's a Christmas stalker. Put it up, Christmas stalker. Put it up, Christmas stalker. You should know by now, Rudolph and Dancer. Keep away from Eddy Brown, the sneaky romancer with the sleazy ways. If he catches you under the mistletoe, in his gaze, in his stare, red knickers will be on your underwear. Don't you see? This Christmas, send trees. Put it up, Christmas stalker. Put it up, Christmas stalker. Whoa, he spiked the drink of every woman on the platform. You might want to pull a Christmas cracker, but
Eddy got you red knickers, he's a Christmas stalker. Predator.
Christmas stalker. Put it up, Christmas stalker.
The light. That light looks great, doesn't it? I mean, that light looks great.
This
Predator.
Christmas train will run and run, cause he spiked the drink of every woman on the platform. You might want to pull a Christmas cracker, but Eddy got you red knickers,
He's a Christmas stalker. Predator.
Christmas stalker.
Predator.
Christmas stalker.
Yeah. I love that song. This Christmas train will run and run, cause he spiked the drink of every woman on the platform. You might want to... What does it say? I wrote it. I should fucking remember. You might want to pull a Christmas cracker, but Eddy's got you red knickers. He's a Christmas stalker. Predator. Whoa, Predator. I'm supposed to be getting on with this. Right, so I've got a note file. Since we're doing... now that's what I call Eddy, and I've got that written in front of me. I've got 15 tracks on there already. I'm now going to add Christmas Stalker, 16. Christmas Stalker. And then 17... I need to find it now. This is a funny stream, right? Because it's going to be a bit like this. You can chit-chat. We can chit-chat. Do you know a Willy Warmer is called a Peter Heater in Australia? And I didn't know that. I don't even know why you have them. It's warm in Australia generally. It's known for its pleasant climate. Willy Warmer. I understand the concept. I've seen them around. In the UK, it's very cold. You know, you might want an extra layer on. I even don't understand that. I've never been in a situation where I've thought, you know what, my penis is pretty cold. Like the rest of me's all right, but my penis. You know, I've got these lovely warm gloves on. I've got a nice hat, but my penis. No, I've never felt like that really. Like that whole area gives off its own heat anyway. Heat energy. It's a warm crotch. It's horrible right now. Too hot. Well, then you don't want a Peter Heater. If anything, you want a Peter Melter. Peter Melter, mate. Peter Cooler. Get that dipped. Get that dipped. Get it in the get it dipped in that and get it in the fridge freezer. Don't leave it too long. You know, like one of those beers that you put in the fridge freezer for too long. You come back and the lid's popped off. Like, don't leave it for too long. Get it dipped. I'm like that. Greg Wallace. I'm worse than that. Greg Wallace. Christmas Stalker. All right. So now basically what I need to do is I'm looking through my list of songs that I've done. And it won't be one of the newest ones, but I was looking through it the other day and I was like, fuck, there's another Eddy song that needs to be on the fucking thing. So let me see if I can find, what's this one?
Old Match.
A little shop in a mining town. All I can think about now is him, the chufferman.
I think we did this recently.
The Chufferman.
Oh, we did this recently. This could go on as well. This could go on, the Chuffer Man. Fuck you, Eddy.
A
little shop in a mining town. All I can think about now is him, the chufferman.
This one's really good.
I stop off in a beauty spot, but on my mind is Scott.
The Chufferman.
It's him, the chufferman. I'm on the road, towing Brian Harvey and the chufferman. Behind me in a caravan. I'm on the road, but they are in my head. Rent free in my head. Spikes and lies in my heart. Rent free in my head. Red knickers on my Bakewell tarts.
Basically, if you wear red knickers and you're into Bakewell tarts, it might mean that you're actually a full-on Satanist, and it might, like, you know, that film. It's not a film. It was a book. I read the book first, and then the film came out. Actually, Tom Hanks was in it, wasn't he? Oh, hang on, Tom Hanks was in it. The Da Vinci Code, and it was all that, and like the devils and the demons and the angels, and it was like all going on. And it's a book though. It's just a book, but it was a very popular book and a very popular movie, and it was all going on in plain sight in our world, but it was just under the surface. And there were demons and devils and it's real. And then so maybe Eddie really is a proper full-on Satanist, and maybe that him and John Wedger and other people have sold their soul to Satan so they can do black Kabbalah magic, and there's real demons coming through and the Masons, and we should actually stand up and fight it. And if we don't realise it, then we're going to allow our world to be turned over to the forces of evil, and Eddie needs to be stopped. And other people who like red knickers, Bakewell tarts and Kabbalah magic.
A lake and a beautiful lady.
Because that underpins a lot of the ideas that have been coming through that, like, American truther movement. Like, you know, like there's a lot of sort of traditional religion going on in there, isn't there?
And I flirt with my wife beside me. I'm him, a creeper man.
Creeper man, that's Edis. Creeper
I'll
man.
get her number to send her the video. It's me, a creeper man.
Well, it's a bit of a... I don't know. If I wrote that as a book, then it became very popular, and then Tom Hanks was in the movie, then you'd be saying, oh, well done, that's clever. Right now you're saying, oh, he's stupid on the internet. But you turn it into a best-selling book, and Tom Hanks is in the movie. And it turns out Tom Hanks is one of the worst ones for them pointing the finger about this stuff recently, isn't it? They all get well eggy about Tom Hanks at the moment on the internet. So all I have to do is just took what I've done there and just stretch it out into a book, get Tom Hanks involved, we're away. But also, John Wedger, you know, Satanism, Corinthians, what is it? I quote Jesus too much, I must be a bad person. Hang on, Corinthians, what is it in Corinthians about? Corinthians, they will come as... In Corinthians, they will say they are Christians. Where is it? Doesn't it say they'll come and pretend to be Christians? Pretend to be... Yes, it does, yeah. Hang on. Corinthians, it says. I'm not changing my position on this. 2 Corinthians 11:22-33. Is this right? For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it's no great thing if his ministers are to also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. I say again, let no man think of me a fool, if otherwise, yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little. That which I speak it not after the Lord, but as it were foolish. Anyway, it goes on. What they're basically saying is that people are going to come and they're going to pretend to be in the name of God, and they're going to pretend to be good people, but they're going to be deceivers. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So like John Wedger, went around going, "Oh, I'm not into the church anymore. Fuck the church. Fuck them. But I am very Christian. I'm like a new version, new kind, born again." And he goes on about being against all the Satan magic and all that. But on the other hand, don't know about that. He's peed off about the Mixcloud. He's done an hour talking about it overnight. What? And I haven't found it. Wait, seriously not. Surely not. I mean, he's busy driving the fucking train, isn't he? Well, he is now. It's night time for him. So, oh my God. Is it just a timeline? Like, no way. He's done an hour. Oh my God, the man's nuts. There we go, right? Exposing Scotty Poo's lies. And the thumbnail on this is George passed away 17th December 2012. So he's going to try and prove that George died and that means that Eddy had the recording before he died and this and that. It doesn't matter. You still uploaded it to Mixcloud years later on your Mixcloud in 2 halves, the same as this. It's this edit. It's not going to prove anything. It's not going to prove anything. He's not going to get away with it. I haven't got an hour to watch it now. I want to do the album. What a nutter. And what's he uploaded it that to? Eddy's Vinyl Breaks. EVB. Is that the one where he talks about me, or is that the one where he does the songs, or is that oh no, that's the one with all the fucking nut songs on it, look. Yeah. You know what shouldn't be on YouTube. What a sad act. Back burner it later. Probably that, isn't it? What a fucking sad act. Oh. Like, we know he lied. We know he lies, and we know he lied. Like, he's not going to get out of that, is he? Because if he was, and he could, why didn't he get out of it during the interview? Why didn't he get out of it when he fucking ranted about it in that other video that I just showed yesterday? How is it so important to him? Derail the album. Eddy is a fucking, yeah. Eddy's life is derailed, isn't it? Deranged and derailed. Simon and Garfunkel. Right, just give you a second. Duty fucking duty. Go on then, we'll take it like that. I'll take it. Issues. Can you not?
Hello, are we recording? Yes, we are. Welcome, everybody. My name is Eddy Brown, and this is Eddy's Vinyl Breaks EVB. I'm throwing this shit on the...
Wait. He's not even got his picture up. He's not even got his video up.
This channel because... Now, when George Moonigan was...
No way. He's fucked. He's so fucked. I do want to watch this now. I do want to watch it. Hang on. He's so fucked. Did you see what he says? Just quick.
I mean, there's... Welcome, everybody. My name is Eddy Brown, and this is Eddy's Vinyl Breaks EVB.
Like, I haven't got a full hour to do this now, but I just want to just quickly get in and maybe skip around a bit and just see what the fuck he's on about. Like.
Shit on this channel because of yet another...
He's doing it again. Do you notice he's really quiet? Like, he's got microphones, he's got sound equipment and all that, but he's quiet, and I can see the levels on my screen. He's too quiet, so I have to boost him. Like, I shouldn't be doing that for Mr. Audiophile Eddy Brown, should I?
Message I've just received that Scotty Poo, Scott Jessup, the fat shamer, as we know him now on the world of YouTube.
Another lie, right? The fat shamer, as we know him now. As you and your fucking 2 friends in your head. He said, I've just received a message. You haven't. You've been watching all my videos. Same as Trash Bag. She was in the fucking... This bit's coming up. That bit's coming up. You watch all of my stuff. if you fuckers are awake right now, Eddie might be drunk and driving the train, or, you know, trash bag might be sleeping off the night before. They're going to be fucking watching, okay? They've got alarms set. They've got some sort of system where you get a normal notification on your phone and they get a fucking whoop, 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 get on the internet, get on the internet. He's doing it again. They fucking love every second of it, don't they? They can't stop. And every one of them says, I've just been sent this. I've just been sent this. Like another one of them, like, oh, I don't have any time, I'm very busy, but I've got time to be in Matt's streams and I've got time to be following Scott around the internet all hours of the day or night. You're fucking nuts, mate. No one sent you this. You were watching. What the fuck?
The compulsive liar.
A compulsive liar. That's exactly what I said about him, isn't it? I didn't say compulsive. I said there's a kind of special kind of liar and they have these problems and da-da-da. I think compulsive might be like, you know, what he thinks I'm explaining. So he's Darvoing it immediately. His first thing is Darvo it. Reverse victim and offender. Deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. Immediately. Now I'm the one that's the compulsive liar. And what I've explained isn't a lie, is it? I've explained my thought process, what I saw on the internet, the logical order of things. I didn't just make up a lie. Oh, one day I was on the internet and I did a really cool viral moment. I wonder if he'll address that. Because that was a big part of it as well, wasn't it? No, this will distract from that and keep like, oh my God. And what's he get like? He's going to pull out some timeline bollocks and petty bollocks, and you know, same with the Allen thing. I can put the information in front of them, and like it's the sort of thing that, you know, in court you don't really ever get like a full video of the perpetrator doing the crimes. Or sometimes you do, but like, you know, you don't get a full video, do you? You have all the facts that the prosecution can put in front of you. Circumstantial evidence, they do their best, and then the jury have to decide. And no one actually, you know, the jury have to decide. And Eddie's best defence or his best hope here is that, and this is what goes on, listen, I'm not grey rock me, but like the other side, you know, but there's a lot of stupid people out there, yeah, and it's not hard to manipulate stupid people. They're the ones they want the most, the easiest to manipulate. They go for them first, because those stupid people, you can literally tell them to their face, oh, I went in Matt's channel and I was trolling, and I'm a troll, and I was doing it. And I've got fake accounts that were in there earlier saying sex words, and I was doing the whole fucking thing, which is what they fucking did and said on their stream, and the people still stick by, oh, it's fine. Oh yeah, it's fine to send Scott things to his house. And those people stick by because they're thick, they don't understand, they're double standards, they ain't got no compassion, no brains, like, you know, they're stupid. So Eddie's best hope now is to just appeal to the stupid with a half-assed defence and just hope that it gets past, like, you know, hope that the jury just fucking don't see it. It's fucking stupid.
Has once again been calling me a liar about my interaction with
I love it.
GM Hooker and his radio show. I'm going to go through this with you right now. It's about time I just showed you that he's lying.
Yeah, go on then. Show me the emails that you got from George back in the day. I mean, I don't think there's anything you can show to prove it, because it's not that, like, it's your behaviour and what you did that doesn't make sense. So you'd have to go back in time and change your behaviour so that you uploaded it in a normal fashion, in a normal way, for a normal reason, and you didn't. So you didn't. Like, it's just fucked.
Because wouldn't it be easier if I just show you his lying? Because what he does is he sits in his dead nan's room and he just talks utter garbage.
And if it's going to be some timeline bollocks about he died like 2 years after Mixcloud started, or Mixcloud this and that, it's going to be bollocks.
Cocaine, mushrooms,
cocaine and mushrooms.
acids.
Are you fucking stupid? Do you think I'd be able to talk and operate on cocaine and mushrooms on a stream? Are you fucking stupid?
He's an alcoholic.
Acid as well now. I'm an alcoholic. I don't drink. Like, that's something that I haven't done for over 10 years.
And you believe him. Get a fucking life.
He's so triggered.
All of yous. I'm going to show you right now.
Oh yeah, he was in our chat earlier. Yeah, he was in our chat earlier. Don't worry, yeah.
That this man is lying, and then maybe we can put this to bed. Now, of course, once I've shown you that he's lying, I mean, you can kind of...
And this is exactly what I said in my stream, is that now that I've shown you and proved to you conclusively that he's lying, you can basically not believe anything else he says, huh? Because like, he's consistently lying, and when you catch people and you can't trust them anymore, that's them done. And he's saying exactly what I said, scripted back to me, because he thinks that Scott's clever. He does it all the time. He copies so much stuff that I do because he thinks I do it well. And that was, God, Scott's actually a great influencer. If I did that, I'd be a good influencer. But he doesn't realise I'm not lying and making things up. So, like, you know, it's not the, like, his side, he has to lie and make things up to try and be an influencer. I don't have to do that. I just tell the truth. And so by me not having to lie and make things up, like, I get the benefit of it's, I want to say believable, because it's the truth. So people go, all right, yeah, I see your point. I understand. I get it. And like, whereas with Eddie, he's like having to lie, like he's now going to say what I said because he thinks it was a good influencing thing, but he doesn't have the benefit of the truth. So it's oh my God.
You can deny things, right? But when you deny...
you're in denial. You're the one you're the denier. I'm the one with the allegation here, or the accusation, or the fucking truth that proves it, you know?
Things, people always say, prove that he's lying. Now, of course, he makes a habit of manipulation, of telling you something, and then
I don't want you to prove that I'm lying. I want you to prove that you're telling the truth, you fucking idiot. Because I'm not lying. I'm explaining what happened on the internet. We all saw it. It's a process. There's no lies. I saw this. It was on Mixcloud. This guy died. There are the files. Eddy uploaded them like this. It's not prove that Scott's lying. It's prove that you're telling the truth, you fucking knob. And you told two separate stories, that George emailed them to you, or sent them to you, sorry, and that you also recorded it, but in a format that you couldn't upload. It's such a load of bollocks.
You believe him because you follow Scott Jessup, the parasite, the misogynist, the narcissist.
He doesn't understand what misogynist means. Misogynist doesn't mean you said something bad about a woman, like trash bag or whatever. That doesn't make me a misogynist. They're individual cases of people who are bad. Yeah, misogyny is having a disrespect for women generally. And that's you, Eddy, you fucking knob. Narcissist, here we go.
He is a fool. And you can see that people are leaving him in his droves.
Stupid.
I thought, rather than me come on camera today, why?
This isn't a popularity contest. We're not in a fucking school ground. We make content. If the content's good, people watch it. There's no people watch me because they're all my big friends. Look at how that gets you. See how far that gets you on the internet. Don't be fucking stupid. You've got a clique, not you, Eddy, specific, because yours is dead. But there's cliques out there. I don't want that. I'm happy for you all to be great people in chat and we can all have fun. But what I want to do is make good content.
Don't I just take you through the process of what he's telling you can do? And that is go into the GM Hooker radio show in memory of George Moonigan, a lovely old guy. And here's all the shows that you can now stream or download. There they all are there.
And listen, I'll tell you what, okay? I don't give a fuck if this works now. If you can't download it now, I don't care. They put it up on the internet for people to download years ago. So maybe the website doesn't still work. I can give a fuck. He downloaded that off that website.
Now he's saying that I'm lying.
Let's see what happens.
And that what I simply done was opened up a Mixcloud account, downloaded one of these,
I wanted to watch it on here, but it's gone slow.
And then I just threw it onto Mixcloud.
Hang on, can I make it go any quicker? Christmas stalker. Whoa.
Hello, are we recording? Yes, we are. Showing you that he's lying. I mean, just take you through the process of what he's telling you can do. And that is go into the GM Hooker radio show in memory of George Moonigan, a lovely old guy.
Also, he's recorded this.
And here's all the...
Look, you can see because the moire effect on here, he's recorded this with his phone pointing at a computer.
Shows that...
Media producer.
You can now stream or download. There they all are there. Okay? Now he's saying that I'm lying and that what I simply done was opened up a Mixcloud account, downloaded one of these, any one of them, and then I just...
Not any one of them, the first one.
Threw it onto Mixcloud, took a screenshot of this picture, and then nicked his material, and then, just told you a lie about how I actually did it. Yeah. I'm going to show you why what he's saying cannot possibly be done, rather than just tell you, why don't I just show you? So I've got the camera facing my computer screen. This is my computer screen, just in my kitchen. I'm just sitting in my kitchen, and I'm going to show you why you can't do what Scott Jessup, the liar, from Stratford-upon-Avon, the fat shamer, the narcissist, the misogynist, the nasty, horrible liar.
See how when he brings me up, he tries to put all this other slander and slur, to try and tie it to me. In the same way as when Luke recently said that Keely picked up dog shit with her bare hands, I made the point that if you say that sort of stuff about Keely, and you say it in your chat, and you make her a meme, then whenever Keely turns up in your chat, she's going to be the dog shit girl. And that's what Luke did to her. He gave her a little label and a little thing. And he's trying to ascribe these labels to me to try and make them stick. It's just mudslinging to try and make it stick. And it's groundness and foulness. And he's an idiot.
The most cruel things that you can say.
He does, Marg. He does. He talks to himself in his own comments. You definitely can tell, yes.
Ever, while being high on dope. And yet you idiots still think he's a wonderful guy.
High on dope.
Get a life, guys. Get a life. First of all, you're looking at George Moonigan there. Now, if you look at the dates... and let's see if I can get the dates here for you. I'll do it. I've not even done this yet. So let's put in here. What date did Mixcloud? Let's start with Mixcloud. What date did Mixcloud
Told you.
Okay.
He was going to do this. Mixcloud started before George Moonigan died or after he died or some shit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your Mixcloud went up. Yeah? George Moonigan's stuff was on your Mixcloud and you didn't record it. You said you recorded it, but you didn't. And then you said George sent it to you, but he didn't.
Let's have a look. Mixcloud was founded in 2008. Okay, so we've sorted that one out. You've got that date.
It doesn't matter.
Here's some of the stuff that I've been searching. Look.
You've been searching.
AI,
Wait. Yeah.
YT5S.
Let's see what he's been searching. This is an Alan moment. This is an Alan moment, isn't it? One of the problems that he's got is that none of this actually matters. This is all just like deflection. He's been searching recently big 10-inch harmony radio shows, big 10-inch harmony George Moonhoonigan radio shows, George Moonhoonigan radio shows, George Moonhoonigan. So he needed to get this fucking thing up, yeah? YT2 Meta. Suno AI. Suno AI, so recently he found out we were using Suno and he's desperate to use the same AI as we use. Fucking twat. Y2 Meta. Now we've got to find out what the Y2 Meta is. Just give me a second. YT2 Meta. What the fuck? Don't bring up porn. It's a free YouTube downloader to download YouTube videos. Okay? Not the sort of thing that you'd need if you were going to be ripping off people's material then, no? Okay? YTL, that'll be another YouTube remover. Hang on Sloopy, Can't Stop Christmas. Okay, so look, Hang on Sloopy, Can't Stop Christmas. He's downloading the YouTube videos of other artists that he wants to use for his Eddy's Vinyl Break channel, isn't he? He's downloading those videos off the internet to put on his Eddy's Vinyl Break channel, isn't he? The wanker. Request to recent, connected to recent searches. Mixcloud downloader. Why do you need a Mixcloud downloader? You're not downloading those radio shows off of the Mixclouds and then uploading them to yours, are you? Mixcloud login. Who owns Mixcloud? SoundCloud. Mixcloud desktop site. SoundCloud app. Mixcloud Live. Mixcloud Live. Mixcloud downloader MP3. Seems like someone's been fucking busy, doesn't it? Someone's been busy after they actually deleted their Mixcloud or maybe hid it or whatever. Since we got this, since we cottoned onto this, fucking weirdo, mate. Full on weirdo.
Hang on, Sloopy, Can't Stop Christmas, Robbie Williams, Enola Gay, OMD. These are some of the things that I've searched. These were for my recent, these three songs.
Listen, there's going to be nothing bad on there because this could be the second or third time he cut this video, couldn't it? Because if there was something bad on there, he's going to stop the video and then change it.
Pop quiz. And Y2 Meta, you can use that.
Yeah, all the AIs are very much the same. It's about your ability to use them. So
to download if you want to download stuff. The same as YT5S. And Suno AI was because I got confused about what site Scott Jessup was using for his music, and that is the site he's using there.
Busted.
Okay, so let's now put in there.
Except
what year?
Not busted, because when I started using it, it was a detractor thing that we were all doing, and everyone was talking about it, and it's listed as on the first Send Trees videos. It says the words. It's just fucking stupid. Busted for using Microsoft Word.
Year did YouTube?
Hang on. Hot swimmer recruit.
Okay, so let's now put in there what year.
Hot swimmer recruit. Sorry, I'm doing this too quickly. Let's put in there.
Okay, so let's now put in there. What?
I need to do this slowly for a second. Speed.
What year?
Eddy's as thick as shit. You going to read these and put them in chat for me, or do you want me to read them out for you? Do you want to read these and put them in chat, or do you want me to read them out for you? Wouldn't it be nice? Original. White Christmas. And does that say darts? Charts. White Christmas charts. Who is the Sloopy girl? Thank God that doesn't say sloppy. Who is the Sloopy girl? What date? What? What does DJ stand for? What does DJ stand for? WhatsApp. I think that is that next one, or is it WinZap or something? I don't. When old, I think is the next one, or is it when DVD? It might be when DVD. Then we've got these last two are my favourite. What day? What time is it? What time is it? This list is on your Google search. If I open up my Google search, let me just check this. Google. If you start typing on Google, for example, if I just use type E, yeah, no, absolutely. I can't show you this because it's research I've been doing for true crime, but it brings up the first and last couple of things I've searched for, beginning with the letter E. I can show you the K. I couldn't show you because of true crime stuff, but you know, I don't want to be like making you think I'm hiding things, but I don't want you to like see things that I've been researching. And let's be real, right?
It's raining again.
Ellie sent Tippy's Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thank you. Nice cheerful morning treat for me. Thank you. I've been researching. Actually, they're probably not the best one either. Like, I wouldn't use this computer for pornography. Let's just say this. I wouldn't use this computer for pornography. Although I do watch sometimes pornography, I wouldn't use this computer for it because then, you know, yeah. So anyway, it does. It shows you up. What it does is if you type it on Google, it shows you up the first, like you can try it yourself. It shows you up the first like few things you've been searching and what you've been searching with that letter. So these things are Eddy's recent, like he thought he'd recently showed you his searches, but these are the things he's recently typed in beginning with that letter, I assume, beginning with the letter W. So what time is it is something he thought he would ask Google, which makes me realise that he's as thick as fucking shit. Yeah? Like the computer's got a clock on it. Yeah, what does DJ stand for? I think he searched that, yeah. What does DJ stand for? It's possible these have come up automatically based on his sort of preferences. That's possible. But my best guess, I mean, you can check this yourself and tell me what you think. I'm not trying to tell you what to think, you know. But you type in a letter on Google and see what it comes up with and these options and whether they're things you've searched for. Because I think that's what Google does, isn't it? So it's like my Google's a bit different. It's giving me pictures. When I type in the letter K, it's giving me Kim Ledbetter, Charles and Kate Middleton, people, pictures and stuff. So mine's a bit more sophisticated than his. I don't know what search engine he's using there. I assume it's Google. But yeah, like he's typed in the letter W and it's come up with what does DJ stand for? Dick jockey, Eddy, dick jockey. And then the next letter is H and it starts to change it. What date did Mixcloud start? He's obviously recently searched for that, you see. That's not a random thing, is it? White Christmas darts, for some reason. White Christmas darts is there. When We Were Young, song by Bucks Fizz. Who is Sloopy Girl? What date? What does DJ stand for? What is SoundCloud? When did? What day? It looks like they're his searches. What? And as he goes closer with the word what, then it gets closer to his more recent searches that says what. So again, it's got what time is it? What's today's date? What time is it? What time is it? You don't have to ask Google what time is it, you fucking dunce. Yeah. What year did? What years are Gen Z? Okay. What does that say? Is Gen Alpha? What date is Gen Alpha? Interesting, he's interested in the dates of generations. What year was the Treaty of what? Waitangi signed? Alexa, what year was the Treaty of Waitangi signed?
From wikipedia.org. The The Treaty of Tangier.
No.
French. Traité de Tanger. Arabic.
Alexa,
The
stop.
site in Tangier.
Alexa, the Treaty of Iwatangi.
Here you go.
Show me TV shows. Fuck you, Alexa. What year did the Titanic sink? What year is millennial? Too young for you, Eddie. What year was 9/11? What year is Gen B or something? He's really interested in young people's age generations, isn't he? Watangi. Treaty of... I bet it's going to be a New Zealand thing, isn't it? Treaty of Watangi. Because they were recently they were doing the Maori haka in the Parliament, weren't they? The Treaty of Watangi is the document of central importance to the history of New Zealand, 1975. So recently it's been in the news, I think, because, absolutely this is why it's been in the news recently. This happened.
Of millions of times all around the world. Hana Rafferty might be...
And I posted that on Twitter that it happened because I really respect the fire in this young lady who's a parliamentarian in New Zealand, elected to the New Zealand Parliament, and she's a Samoan origin. And when she was when you first joined the Parliament, the first thing you do is give a little speech, and the first thing she did the haka as a statement of intent. And then this is her second time doing it now in Parliament, but this time she's backed by a lot more people who are not happy with this current discussion of this bill related to their rights.
This moment has now been viewed hundreds of millions of times all around the world.
Fuck you, Eddie. Fuck you, Eddie. So yeah, maybe he's concerned that she's in the wrong generation or some shit. I don't know, but that's what he's been searching for there. And then we get what year did Facebook start? What year did the internet start? What years of Gen Z, Gen Alpha? What was the Treaty of the Titanic, the Millennial? Yep, same stuff. It'll get closer and closer. When he puts did, it's going to be, there's not going to be any newer things. Oh, what year did Princess Diana die? What year did someone else die? Who's that there? Who are these people that died? What year did Michael Jackson die? What year did Tupac die? What year did, who's this? Someone die. He's interested in the years people died. Elvis. Good old Elvis Presley. What year did Elvis Presley die? He's focusing on it now. What year did YouTube come out? What year did Yuri Gagarin go out into space? What year did Young Sheldon start? What year did Yugoslavia break up? What year did Yellowstone come out? What year did Young Dolph die? What year did Young and the Restless start? What year did Young Frankenstein come out? What year did Young Sheldon take place? He likes Young Sheldon. He's interested in Young Sheldon. I don't think we're going to find a pornography thing come up here like Alan, because we're into what year did. We're down this path now. But I think Eddie was close there to revealing things he didn't realise. And I think these things he doesn't realise he's revealing. So. Come out, release, get popular, come out, become popular, shorts come out, begin. This might be suggestions for him rather than his actual previous searches. But I think they're searches because they've got the little search win thing next. I don't know, you tell me. Anyway, let's speed up now. The man's mad. And I'm supposed to just be doing the album and just getting off to walk the dog.
14th of February 2005. Okay, now let's go back to George Moonigan.
Nearly 10 o'clock.
This photograph...
I'm going to be off walking the dog because he needs to go out in the morning at some point soon. But between now and an hour, let's see how far we get in this. Because this is an hour long. But
that George Moonigan used was a picture that he took in the early 1990s. And that photograph...
It's not a picture he took. He's in the picture, you fucking bellend.
...has been used in memory of George Moonigan for his radio programmes. So this particular site here, this site, the very first one there, have a look at the date. This was the show date, 10th of the 1st, 1994, was the date that show was actually broadcast.
And that's a problem for you, Eddie. Because you said that he sent you the fucking... You said he sent you the files. You said you recorded it live, but you couldn't upload it, so he sent you the files. What were you even doing trying to upload it in the 90s? Alexa, what year did YouTube start?
YouTube was founded on the 1st of February 2005 by Chad Hurley, Jamie Pullman, George Kareem, Keshav K.
Alexa,
Singh,
stop.
Peter Hur.
So he said, and we watched it yesterday, that he recorded it with the intent to upload it to YouTube. But he couldn't upload it to YouTube because the file formats were up, you know. But YouTube didn't exist. And it went live in the 90s. How on earth?
That's when that was broadcast, right? And you've got all the dates here, like the 14th of January 1998, the 24th of February 1998. This was not the date of this website. This website did not exist in 1994.
I agree with
this
that.
Is the Vocal Group Harmony website. Right, so let's see if I can put in here, what year did this may not work incidentally, the Vocal Group Harmony
I should have to
website.
stop and pause and look at those
Website
as well.
begin.
No, I
Let's go
can't
with
be
that.
arsed.
Let's see if anything comes up. The Harmony site website for vocal groups began in July 2001. Okay? So that was when this site was 2001. Now let's go to, I should know this, and I do know
This
but I don't
site was
wanna- I don't wanna
2001.
guess. George Moonigan.
Obviously, that site wasn't
So
2001, was it? Because
George Moonigan. You see how he...
like this George Mahoonigan site was put up after he died. Like, so... hang on. George. Come on, typing. Where's the... I've got another thing about George Moonigan there about let the jukebox keep playing. That's unrelated. Oh, I just had it up yesterday. Come on, Google. Let me just get this up. There, the GM Hooker vocal harmony thing. And he's saying back to the vocal harmony group main website page. So the main website page of this website that he's saying, oh, fuck you know. What he's saying is that the website that the George Moonhoonigan radio show is on, yeah, this website, this one there, he stopped where I was saying, like, you know, he downloaded it from there, yeah. This website is on, like, this is a page. This Vocal Harmony Group GM Hooker radio show thing is a page on the main website, the Vocal Harmony Group website. The purpose of this site is to provide information about the rhythm and blues artists of the 30s, 40s and 50s and their recordings. It's on this page, on this website. Yeah? That's what he's saying, is this is on there. I don't know how it helps him, but that's what he's saying. So, good. I feel like this is bad for Eddie still.
He actually broadcast that show there, but it obviously didn't reach this website until they started 2004. Did he say 2004?
No.
2004. What year did the Vocal Group Harmony website begin? 2001. 2001. Okay. So
Hang on. So you're saying their website began in 2001. 65 archived GM Hooker shows. If I click it, it comes here. Are you saying that they broadcast it on the internet in 2000? I don't think they did that. I think that's what he's saying, but I don't think they did that. I mean, he needs to be more clear, but let's carry on, yeah.
2001. In 1994 to 1998, I was still living in the UK, and I used to get George Moonigan to play me some music. He would play me requests. And I asked George Moonigan, how do I save? I'd love to be able to save the shows. Now, this website that you're looking at here did not exist. It didn't
He's repeating his bollocks.
exist until 2001. But in 2000, in fact, I say 2001, I don't think George Moonigan's shows were actually uploaded at that time. I think it was after he passed away in 2004
Yes.
that they decided to put all of these shows up. In fact, the last show they've got for him was in 2003. Letters We Get Letters, and I remember that one very, very well, that one there.
You do you?
And New York, that one there. I remember them very well because I believe there's actually requests from me on those shows. Now, what I said to George Moonigan before he passed away and before this website existed,
I'd like to hear them.
without that picture, and I must make that point clear here, because
And also, it doesn't mean that you still didn't. It still doesn't mean that you upload even if he has a full relationship with George Moonhooligan, produces letters and photographs of him and George big friends. Yeah, it doesn't mean that he didn't upload those things to Mixcloud in the way I said he did. Does it? Like, the crux here is, Eddie, did you record those radio shows and upload them to Mixcloud? Yes, I recorded them myself at home. Well, Eddie, how come they're uploaded in two halves on your Mixcloud, just like the downloads on this website? Well, George actually sent them to me, because when I recorded them at home, I had to record them, and I recorded them, and they wouldn't upload on M4Vs because of Audacity. So then George sent them to me, but I couldn't open the files. But actually, I uploaded them because I actually recorded them myself. And like, that's the problem. It doesn't matter whether you sucked off George Moonhooligan and he's fucking come in your face or nothing. None of that matters. Yeah. What matters is, are you lying about the way that you're representing your uploading of this? Because you said you recorded them yourself live while he was broadcasting. It's not true. It's not true.
George Moonigan he had this picture for the broadcast of his radio shows. He used to broadcast on, what was it? WJZ, I think. Yes, it is. It was WJZ in Overhill.
It says it there.
And he used that photograph, so when he went into the radio station...
Oh, I think it's WJZ, I think. It says it there. We said it in the video yesterday. Oh, I'm just remembering. It says it there. Don't be stupid. He used to broadcast in Massachusetts, America, and it was the 90s, so how did you hear it?
And to listen to him, let's say later on today, George Moonigan, and that was actually uploaded. I took that photograph from his radio show days. It's ironic they used it in 2001 in memory of George Moonigan, but I'd already used it.
You'd already used it. You'd already got that photo. You didn't get it off the internet. Okay, that proves it. It doesn't prove it. Show me the metadata on your copy of the photo.
I'd already taken it. Now, when I took it so that I could attach it...
You took it? How did you take it?
...to the music files that I created. When George used to send me, and it was very primitive back then, it was a dial-up system, I couldn't open up.
Now, what's happening, this is, I told you, listen, in chat, shout me out, shout hello Scott, tell me you're listening here now. This is exactly what I said would happen yesterday in the stream. Is I said what he would do is he would have to lie on top of this, make the lie even bigger. So the things that don't fit, that we said they don't fit yesterday, like it was dial-up internet. There was no way you were on MySpace talking to GM Hooker. Now it was dial-up and it took ages, but I did download them. All this shit. I remember being in those days, like the ASL, AOL online age, sex, location days. You're not shouting me out in chat. Is chat working? Hello, Scott. Thank you. So many Red fans still here. It's a mad morning stream and whatever. Yeah. Thank you, Curious Cat. Thank you. I just thought it's not moved for a little bit, and I just want to check that you're hearing this. He said that. I said it's very unlikely, because back in those days, I remember being on AOL, on MySpace and stuff. I was talking to a girl. I was probably getting catfished by some bloke in America. I was 14. I was talking to a girl on the internet, and I was like, "Can you send me your picture?" And she sent me a picture, and it literally took 6 hours overnight to fucking download line by line like this on the screen. Not even for me to have it and keep it. And it got to about here, and I could see that she looked relatively pretty, and I was like, "Oh, thank God, that's good." But it's so slow. And he was downloading large music files from George Moonhooligan, who himself, back then in the 90s, in the early days of the internet, he himself is the sort of guy, looking at him, obviously, to be on the internet with a MySpace and the ability to do all this. Yeah. Come on. He's just having to, factor the lie. The things I've said, he's going to now say, okay, how do I explain this? How do I explain this? And he's just piecing those things in and creating a bigger lie on top of a bigger lie. It's a lie to cover a lie to cover a lie. And it's so clear. These sort of lies, when you get to this stage of it, are very obvious.
These shows here, you couldn't open them. These are files you can download today, but back then you couldn't do that. Not in the 90s. So what I'm going to show you today is Scott Jessup is saying all you need to do is download one of these, any one of them, and you can put them straight up to Mixcloud or YouTube. I'm going to show you why you can't do that.
Right, hang on. I've just downloaded the George Moonhooligan file. Yeah, I've just downloaded it. Open file. Hang on. Wait, before I do it, let me just check the file, just to be careful. I'm really cautious, because I feel like, am I being set up to download a Moonhooligan file that's going to then corrupt my system or something? It's a Windows Media. It's a WMA file, so it's going to have problems with loading it straight up. Yeah. You're not going to. This is part of the problem that Eddie's got, though. It doesn't matter if you didn't upload it immediately. If you had to change the file into an MP4, that doesn't matter. Your bigger problem is that while you're doing the changing the files, why didn't you make them one fucking piece of media? Like, it would have looked better as a live record. You know, instead of doing it in two halves, why didn't you just? Since I'm changing the files anyway, I might as well put them onto one file. Like that, even that doesn't stack up properly. It was lazy what you did. What, you had to convert it? It's a WMA file. So I've just opened it with Windows.
This is WJZ.
I've just opened it with Windows Media Player Legacy.
AM and FM in Haverhill.
So now I've got it. Another question is, when we talked about all this live on the internet with Eddy, why did he then go and delete his Mixcloud afterwards? So there it is, there's the show.
A little banner 47, the black and white label. That's Maggie Hathaway.
That's the show there. And so I've downloaded it, and I will agree, probably, looking at the MWA file, in today's parlance as well, like even harder, to upload straight to Mixcloud. So what do? I just convert it, put it in a file converter, yeah? And then it's an MP4. And then the other thing I've got then is Audacity, like you said. So I can just put it in Audacity and then link the files up, the two of them together. I think he's going to be fucked on this.
So let's say that Scott Jessup has proved I'm a liar.
Yeah, exactly, dry spell. Anyone who spends this time explaining a lie has something to hide. And as Ellie says, especially such a trivial lie. And this is my point, is that the trivial small lies that you can't catch are the things that make up his entire character, probably. And there's like, that's the sort of person that you don't know. Now you go back and it's one of these things like in a film where like you realise at the end who the killer was, and you go back and check and you're like, oh my God, this and this and this. And like, it's a bigger problem when you're going to be lying about such small things. Yeah, cruel, exactly. You are speaking to a weird guy who's filming a monitor screen. I absolutely think that's a bit of a... But I think the reason he's done that is because he might have his systems and he might have his abilities to manipulate media and stuff, but he's not as modern as us. So he's not got, like, you know, direct capture, for example. So he doesn't know how to do it quickly. So when Eddy has to respond quickly, his media is terrible. But when Eddie's got time, he can then make something a bit more clever. And that's an issue with his lying. Same with lying. It's the same thing with normal lying. You know, people who are lying can give them some time. They can spin a really clever lie, but get them on the spot and start asking them questions, and they fall apart, don't they? Because they have to lie quickly.
Now, what I said to Scott Jessup...
Big up's cruel. I'm on a mad morning one. I'm going to walk the dogs today, and I do want to play Genshin Impact because there's some big events, and I've got time, you know, limited time to get these events done. So I will be playing Genshin Impact this afternoon. In between, I'm going to do a bit of this, then I'm going to go and walk the dog. This was going to be doing the songs, but this has been uploaded overnight, so we've got to look at it.
I'm a liar. Don't just say I'm a liar.
Don't just say you're a liar. I was proving it. I did prove it. You said that you recorded these at the time of broadcast. So why does it matter about how they download and upload? You know, like, you can't upload them and this and that. You recorded them at the time of broadcast, but you didn't record them as one big file. You record them as two small files, the same as they download. Like, come on, I've proved it.
I'm a liar. So because he refuses to prove I'm a liar, I'm going to prove I'm not a liar. So let's start from the beginning and let's hit download on any one of these shows. Let's download that. You can see it's downloaded up here. It's downloaded. There it is. Okay. It's done. That's how quick it downloads one of these shows, right?
That's how quick it does.
Now,
nowadays,
let's go to...
So?
Let's find it. It's in here somewhere.
I'm assuming that this man's not like I'm smart enough not to do anything stupid on this computer that I use for streaming, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll look at pornography. I'll look at it on a different fucking thing. I'm not going to look at it on here, because if I accidentally type in, and there are some very fucking dodgy websites I've looked at on here in all the research we've done with people like John Wedger and this and that. So I bet there's things that could come up. But you know, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to be sitting here typing in like porn websites and then one day on stream they accidentally come up. I'm a normal human being. I look at normal pornography. Thank you very much. But like, I still don't want it up on the screen. Like, I doubt Eddie's going to be showing us anything here that like is going to be too, like, you know, thing. But and he knows he's going to be showing us as well, so he's got to be smart enough to not, you know. But we've got a view into his desktop there. Audacity, Christmas music. I don't know what, chart 1A, my songs. You know, there's nothing problematic there. and I assume there wouldn't be. It's very barren. It's very bare. I mean, he might be one of these people that doesn't like anything on his desktop, but I'm only seeing 4 folders on his desktop. Is that no? That's not his desktop, is it? Is it? No, that's he's hovering over desktop. I mean, I'm not seeing a load of other stuff, which is a bit weird in a way, but yeah.
Let's go to my downloads.
Yeah, let's do that. Pop music quiz. So you're downloading your own content, which is a bit weird, on QuickTime. Clues for quiz 1 answers. Scotty Poo's Bullies. Scotty Do What Pop Poo. Bang Bang Bang. Scotty Poo The Fact. What's Bang Bang Bang? Pop Clues 1. Dover Dolly Doped. Skeletons in Your Closet. Is someone else sending him these files? Oh no, because you download them off the app that you're using, don't you? You download them off the app once you've made them. So all of those are completely above board. They're all fine, you know. But like I say, I don't think that he's going to be stupid enough to record a video pointing at his computer and reveal, like, you know, headless girl gets poked in bumhole or something. Like, he's not as bad as Alan, but he is pretty stupid because he searched for What's the Time.
There it is there. There it is there. So you can see all of the downloads that I've done here recently. There, you see them all? Look. That's the pop music quiz, number 4.
But that doesn't make sense, does it? Why are you downloading the pop music quiz? Like, if you were editing it on an editing software, you would export it, you wouldn't download it. Like, I understand that if you make a song on an app, then you download it from the app. Maybe he's editing online. Maybe he's not using, like, you know, native software. You know, maybe he's using an online editor and he's having to download his edits from the internet once he's finished editing them. Maybe that.
Scotty Poo's Bullies. That was the song I done for Scotty Poo's Bullies. So if I hit that, it'll open here, look. Right?
Yeah, and it won't open the other one because it's an old sort of file format, yeah.
Let's turn the music, let's turn the sound on. Let's show you how this works.
Let's skip this.
So let's come out of there. Let's go. Now what it's doing is it's importing the media. It goes to...
Clipchamp.
Clipchamp.
Okay. If you're editing in Clipchamp, then when you finish, then it does download the file to your downloads. It will do that, yeah, because it's like an online editor. Yeah, agreed. Okay.
There it is there.
So you're using Clipchamp as your main editor. Okay.
There's Clipchamp.
I use Clipchamp sometimes for fucking about, like for throwing together a few clips, but like...
There.
You can't edit, like, you know, large-scale projects on it. It's not a very professional tool, but it's reasonable.
Now what it's doing...
It's like my first editor. It's like, you know, learning to edit, open up Clipchamp, get going. That's fine. Nothing wrong with it. But, yeah, he's using Clipchamp.
Doing is it's importing the media.
Yeah.
It's importing it to Clipchamp. Okay.
So then you can put it in Clipchamp and then export it, and then you've got your file that you can upload. So you could just upload it. And when you're doing so, you could put 2 files in there. So you could do it as one big file.
So let's come out of there. Let's go back to here. Maybe I can stream it. Maybe I can just stream it.
You don't need to stream it.
RAM. Done. That one maybe? Windows.
WPS Photos. WPS Spreadsheet. What's WPS? What's WPS mean?
Would later be backed by the Robins, but in this case backed by a group just known as her Bluesmen. No idea who that group is. Very beautiful thing called Here Goes a Fool. And now one of the Hook's favorite records from 1946. One of the earliest ones done by this group, the Coronet label. These are the Velvetones.
All right, shut up, you. WPS Photo Editor. It's like a software that's like Photoshop to remove backgrounds. Enhance a photo with AI. It's a bit interesting, isn't it? Resolution boost, enhance colours, remove unwanted noise, correct lighting, speed, efficiency, seamless, makes your photos look better, beginner friendly, how to edit photos with AI. Wonder what photos he's editing, because I haven't seen many photos from Eddy. And WPS spreadsheets is an interesting choice, because I'm guessing that's an AI spreadsheet. Friendly UI, free alternative to Microsoft Excel. So instead of paying for the actual apps, like you're using the free ones, why do you want a free spreadsheet app? Like, is it for doing your books? You're a train driver. Maybe you need a home office. A bit weird to need. I wonder what he uses spreadsheets for. Maybe it's just on his computer because he's just got it. Maybe it's that. I don't know.
Media. Let's go there. The selected file as an extension .ram. This is not recognised by Windows Media Player. Okay, don't worry. What I'll do is I'll come back into the file here. You can now see that this is the one they're talking about. I'll delete that because obviously it's not going to work. But this is the original file here. Now, if you don't believe that's the original file, I'll delete that file as well for you. Let's just delete that file for you again. It gets gone, right? So let's do it again. Okay, let's download there. Bang.
You don't need to do that. You could just show the metadata to show when it was created. It was just there on the screen, you knob.
There it is there. So when I come back into here, go to downloads, there it is there.
There it is there.
Yeah, you got that? Now, let's open up my Mixcloud. There's my Mixcloud.
Oh, you still got your Mixcloud? This is a new Mixcloud. Profile 20% complete. Previously, his profile would have been complete. This is a new Mixcloud.
Like that, okay? Now,
you won't be able to upload it.
There's the GM.
Although maybe back in the day you could have. I don't know what the file formats Mixcloud used back in the day, but now you can't.
File, create, upload, shows,
yeah,
AAC, M4A, away file, or any of these other files here.
Yeah, it needs to be a different file type, yeah.
So I can't upload it to Mixcloud. It won't let me do it. So what Scott Jessup is telling you can do, I'm proving it to you today that you can't.
Is he stupid? Just put it in a file converter. It takes 30 seconds. Put it in Audacity. You said you put it in Audacity.
So you might then say, well, how can you do it? How can you do that? Okay, let's try something different. Let's come out of Mixcloud, go back to my EVB here. That's my. I don't use it anymore. I don't.
You don't use it anymore. It's a new account, that is. Favorites 2, history 5. It's a new account. You fucking. Just quickly Google audio file converter. I use a professional audio converter. Obviously Eddy wouldn't, but free audio convert. There's been millions of these. You just upload the file to the internet and tell it what fucking kind of file you want back, and then it just sends it back to you. It's like, what's he on? What are you on? Just to prove it was there, I showed it you, but I mean, you all know that.
Mixcloud for me was a way of uploading my radio shows, my actual radio shows. So how do I do it? How can I do this? I don't even know how I'm going to be able to process it.
I don't even know how to do it.
To play it.
He's supposed to be a radio DJ from the 90s and 80s who's that interested in audio and audio software that today he remasters tracks and presents them in widescreen for the first time ever on the internet. And he doesn't know how to convert a file. He's supposed to be an audio technician that worked in the radio, and he doesn't know how to convert a file.
So let's go back to George Mooney now.
And he doesn't know what DJ stands for.
Please. Let's see. Let's go back to here. There's the show there. Let's open with. Okay, so it wants me to open it with ClipGem. It's been a long time since I've done this, but let's have a little crack at this.
It's been a long time since you've done it. You did it 2 minutes ago.
Okay, there's ClipGem. What I'm trying to do is I'm actually trying to play it. Right, so while that's loading in there...
Well, you don't have Windows Legacy Media Player. It offered it you just earlier. When you tried to open the file earlier, it gave you a list of things to open it with, and it offered Windows Legacy Media. You could have opened it with that.
Let's come back to YouTube. Let's come back to my YouTube page here.
What you do is you click on the file with your left click, and then you say Open With, and it brings up the thing that you can open it with, and you select the Windows Legacy Media Player. Why didn't you do that? Friday night, Felipe Edition, Jazz Live, Junior Taskmaster, Channel 4, Multimillionaire John Kennedy wants to lock you in. I mean, bear in mind he's got multiple YouTube channels that he's been uploading to, and he might not watch YouTube on the channel he's been uploading to, so this could be any old shit, couldn't it? But Freddie Hubbard, who's Freddie Hubbard, Deep Groove Mono, Austin 7 at auction, RSD Black Friday in LA, the Beatles, guys who look more like Dave Letterman, Slade, Ian Hislop. Like, this looks like the sort of stuff he's watching. Victoria Coren on Have I Got News For You? Fair enough, but like, I'm not going to trust that this is his only account that he watches these things on. But whatever.
There I am. There. Let's go to my YouTube studio. Actually, let me change. Sorry, not that one. my YouTube page here. There I am.
So he's going to switch account.
Let's go
He wants to go to YouTube Studio.
to my YouTube studio.
Yeah, but let's not go to YouTube Studio because we might see something. Instead, let's change the account. Quickly, so quickly that we click Google account instead of switch account.
Let me change. Sorry, not that.
Not that.
one.
Welcome, Eddie Brown. Manage your info, privacy and security settings to better work for you. Set a home address for your Google account. He hasn't done that. Quickly get off that, because that's the wrong thing. Panic.
Let me go back to YouTube. Let me go to switch account.
Switch account. Square Disc. Eddie's Vinyl Breaks. EVB. EVB and Beyond. Cheddy's Christmas Crackers. View all channels. Other accounts. Edward Brown. No channel. Other accounts. Edward Brown. No channel. Okay, so you've got multiple YouTube accounts as well as... See, this is something I don't have, and this is something that my trolls do have. Sorry, I don't know if you can see this. Let me make it bigger and clearer for you. I use one YouTube account, yeah? It's connected to my AdSense, it's my account. So I've got different channels, and they're all listed like that. But he's got another section called Other Accounts, where he's using YouTube with a different account. And so if you use that account, you could have another list of channels and different things. Why do you need to do that? Why do you want to have multiple accounts? Is it so that you can troll and do things? Because this is something I say consistently. YouTube, if I'm using my channels and my stuff to do trolling, which is something that I'm accused of, then what YouTube will have is a record of all of it. And on top of that, it will have my IP address, because I'm not like fucking doing some... Like, even if I switch accounts, it will still have my IP address. You know what I mean? But like, I don't want that on me. Like, I just want to have a proper YouTube. I don't want YouTube thinking I'm a bad person. So when it comes to like disputes and stuff, they fucking write me off. Like, I'm not Alan. I'm not going to be going around using my fucking good name. Like, my YouTube has a good standing. They give you a, like, it's like a social credit score. Do you know what I mean? Like, YouTube says your account is in good standing, is a bit wobbly, or is in the red, or whatever, based on if you've had like loads of copyright strikes, or like, not just the strikes, but you know, the actual problems, and you've been doing bad things and you've been problematic and all that. So YouTube will tell you, it will say like, your account is not monetizable, for example, and you, oh, I've got a problem. Like, I don't want that, do I? So like, the fact that Eddie has this second account, why do you need that? Why have you got your normal account, yeah? That one with your channels, and then this other account with no channel. That's got no channel. Is that your Google account? And then this is another thing. Maybe you want to explain that to us. You know, maybe you want to explain that a bit more deeply, since you're doing a load of explaining.
Because all the shit goes on to Eddy's Vinyl Breaks EVB. Let's go to my studio. Okay, let's go to upload. There it is there. Let's go to the file that Jessup says you can just simply upload. Let's take it across, pop it on there.
Obviously, you can't upload that to YouTube.
It is. It's starting to upload it.
Idiot.
Okay. Now you might think, well, hey Eddie, it's actually uploading it directly to YouTube.
Why does it matter? YouTube didn't exist back
And it's not
then.
that I'm cocksure about this. I understand about files. And here's the thing, guys. So does Scott Jessup. He understands about files. Okay.
This is what
Processing abandoned.
This is what I said didn't even matter in what we said yesterday. This is all deflection. None of this matters.
The video could not be processed to learn more. Process and abandoned.
So
this error message may occur if the uploaded file is shortened or invalid. It can also occur or reduce.
Put in Clipchamp and export it as a movie. Just do whatever.
Speeds. Try playing your video back on the device and make sure that you're using a supported file. Well, clearly, it's not a supported file. Okay, it is not. That file, when you download it, cannot be done. How then do we get that onto Mixcloud? How do we do it? Now, I'm talking about that file. Let me explain to you how I actually done it. And it was George Moonigan himself that helped me do it. So what I'm now going to do, I need to open up.
Did he? Or was he dead?
I need to open up. Let's get rid of that. I might as well get rid of that because that's not going to do it. If you look at my content, you'll see there, look, process and abandon. This video could not be processed. I might as well delete that video. It's not going to let me up.
I bet when I look back at the stuff we did that I didn't get the exact date of the exact start of his Mixcloud, but I'd need to check.
I'll delete that. I'll delete the draft. And there you see the ones I've uploaded, Scotty Poo's Bullies, Scotty Do What Poo and all the rest of it, and you'll see the amount of views they've had there. In fact, that one there, the Chuffertown Lions, has had 1,255 views and 80 comments. And if you go to the end there...
That's because you fucking feed off being a nutter going mad about me. Look, that proves it.
Screen, it says that it's had 2 thumbs down, so that's, Dover and Scotty Poo. But anyway, this is a...
I don't go on your thing. Thumbs down is an interaction. If I put a thumbs down on it, it's the same as me putting a thumbs up as far as the algorithm's concerned. It's interaction. I don't want to go on there and do that. Thanks, Eddie.
A very small channel I've got. Right, let's come completely out of YouTube. How do I do it, guys? How do I get that done? Let's take all of this away. I'll get rid of that. Here's my main page. Here is my Audacity, which I've
Here's my main page. He means here's my desktop, and there's nothing on it. Very neat and tidy.
Uploaded.
Obviously, it's a picture of a train station. Here's Audacity.
Let's skip that.
Re-uploaded, you say? What do you mean? You've recently downloaded it and put it on your computer? Well, then why didn't you get the latest version?
Let's get rid of that. Audio setup. I need to take that...
I showed you this yesterday on stream.
To Realtek. Sorry, guys, it's been a long time since I've done this. I'll leave that as a stereo mix.
A long time since I've done this. You're doing it now, you fucking idiot.
I will record. Okay, now, let's go back. Here, there's the file there.
Oh, it's there in Mixcloud. Oh, it worked. Sorry, in Clipchamp, it worked.
Well, the file still won't let me upload it on there, so what I'll do is I'll now play it. Okay, so
why are you doing this? You dummy. Are you taking the dog? Oh, okay, I'll do this. Oosh. Like, if you got it into the media thing, if you got it into Clipchamp, then just export it as a different file. George Moon Hoonigan showed me how to do this.
For me. But again, it's playing it through my computer and I'm grabbing that sound. Now, I want you to imagine, before the website existed, George Moonigan said to me, why don't you download Audacity, and when I go live, play my radio show through your computer. And he said, play with the settings to make sure that you...
Okay, so why did you do it in 2 halves, like the downloads? None of this makes any sense, does it? None of this actually invalidates, or none of this validates any of this. None of this proves anything.
Can record it, and then it will actually record the show. Now this was in the late 90s, 1996, 97. So I downloaded them, but we're talking, pretty primitive. I mean, today you've seen how quick I can move around this computer, but it wasn't like that back then. It took forever, and there were glitches and all kinds of stuff. When I recorded the shows, and I'm just going to do a couple of minutes for you to show you what happens. And that is George Moonigan. He used to start every radio show with this little song that he wrote about his radio show. He had an unusual voice for radio. It was very croaky, and I remember thinking how authentic.
Don't talk to me about what you used to think about George Moon Hoonigan, because unless he's fucking mentioned doing those fucking radio shows, you're on no leg to stand on here. And even if he has, so what, right? Because you could have listened to his fucking radio shows overnight and said, oh yeah, like, there we go, he's got a croaky voice, he plays this song, right, and all about George Moon Hoonigan. Like, you could have been into George Moon Hoonigan, you could have thought he was the best thing in the world. I don't give a fuck. It's, did you record these did you record his broadcasts in the fucking 90s with the intent to upload them to Mixcloud / you're talking about YouTube, but no, Mixcloud, not be able to, then years later come to Mixcloud in order to upload your radio show, and the first thing you think is, hang on, wait, I've got that George Moon Hoonigan thing that I've always wanted to upload, and since it's already on the internet on a web page, I might as well upload it to my Mixcloud. Like, did that happen? No. Like, does your story check out as to why and when and how you uploaded this to Mixcloud? No, it doesn't, and none of this will prove anything to help it.
It sounded that George would be able to almost take you back by playing these old songs. And by the way, every song on George Moonigan's show, the Big 10-inch Harmony show, all of the music was from his own record collection, the whole lot. And I don't know what happened to the record collection after he passed away in 2004. But
you mentioned that because I asked him directly, did you want his records when he died? Because you're a record collector, or his big friend. There's that massive record collection. It looks very much like your record collection. Did you get your hands on it or anything like that? And he was like, no, I don't know what happened to it. I just asked it because I have interest, because I would have been a talking point amongst the people who like George Moon Hoonigan after he died. What's going to happen to all those records? But apparently, no, not an interest of his.
Thousands and thousands of these old 78s. I mean, I purchased a load of these old 78s from old record fairs and all over the place in second-hand shops, and later on even on eBay. I used to find a lot, obviously on eBay, because being that they were in America.
He could have gone on eBay and just bought a job lot of records and packed them up behind him to look good.
So here's the show beginning now.
We know. We
I
know.
would have to manually record this so that I
You didn't have to manually record it.
could convert the file, because the file that you downloaded, as I've just shown you, you cannot upload it to Mixcloud or YouTube.
You could have converted the file though with a file converter, or uploaded it to the editing software like you showed, and then exported it as an MP4. You didn't have to do this.
So how do you do it? So you record it just like this,
And if you are doing this, why didn't you have it as one big file?
and that is what I just recorded, yeah? Okay, so let's go File, let's go Export Audio, let's export to the computer, we'll call that GM Hopper there, and I will export that. Okay, let's get rid of that for a minute.
Could you have dragged and dropped the other file into there? Hang on, let me just open up Audacity myself. I mean, this is a moot point really, because we're in the modern times now, so modern Audacity and what you can do on it will be different from what you could have done back in the day, yeah? Obviously, wouldn't it? Like, but can it handle this file format today? You know, will it be designed to handle this file format today? Possibly not even, but let me just see. It can't open this kind of file because of restrictions. It needs to be a WAV or an AIF. Okay, so it can't open the file direct. So, but maybe back then it could have done because it was an audio program and that was an audio file back then. I find it anyway.
Let's open that up. Let's go to there.
So now you've got your down.
Audacity,
You've
Audacity.
exported.
There's all songs there, look at that.
This is weird. This is fucking weird. There's all his songs there. Does this mean he's using Audacity? Like when he said that he's, studio remastering, in Audacity you get some very basic settings and you can press EQ and it will automatically EQ it for you. Is he using Audacity as his music creation and manipulation tool? Because he's downloaded his songs from the app and then he's put them through Audacity and exported them from Audacity as well. I don't put my songs through Audacity. If I wanted to do music, I'd put it on Logic Audio, like a proper music software, proper like with Studio, and like he's using Audacity as his primary music editing software. He's getting his songs off the app or the internet, and then he's putting them through Audacity, and then exporting them from that.
Okay, now George Moonigan. There he is there. GM Hooker, yeah?
There he is there. Well, it's alphabetical rather than chronological. So you're sorting your files by alphabetical order rather than chronological? That's stupid as well.
One there? Now look what happens when I open it now. There you go. Now remember, I couldn't play that before, remember?
Yeah, I know, and now you've exported it as a different file. That proves my point.
Couldn't play it. And it's 2 minutes and 20... so this is exactly how long that file was.
It's exactly the...
I don't care. Right? Because now I've converted the file. Now, that could be a 2-hour radio show, right? So now let's...
But you didn't have to record it to convert it. You could have put it through a file converter, you dummy.
Back to Mixcloud. I've got nothing on my, nothing at all. Eddy EVB, there it is there. Following one person. Right, let's go to create now. Let's do again, upload. Audacity. Then go to...
upload it, yeah?
GM Hooker, there it is there, GM Hooker. If I want, show page, not the vocal group harmony, not this way. And if I publish that, that will publish that on... I don't want to publish, it's only 2 minutes long, so I'm going to cancel that. I don't want to publish this. Take a radio, they've started in 1994. Now what I've just shown you there is the only way that you can actually take a radio show. And if I publish that...
Not the only way, no. You can put it through a file converter. You didn't have to record it like that.
That will publish that on... I don't want to publish, it's only 2 minutes long, so I'm going to cancel that. I don't want to publish that, stupid. Now let's...
It wouldn't matter because you've got a Mixcloud you've just opened and no one will see it.
Talk about Audacity for a minute. Let's talk about that. Let's delete this file. Let's delete it. Edit, delete. Right, that's gone. Now, radio shows. Name a channel, guys, that you like. Any channel. Should we go with Boom? Boom Radio. There it is there. Boom Radio. Now, they should have an archival thing here. Now, again...
so you're showing me that you know about all the archives on the internet for all these radio shows that I said you stole off the archives, yeah?
I don't know, because I'm not locked. I'm doing this with you.
Oh.
How to listen. I'm assuming you can just listen to the radio. Programs. Here we go. Programs. Here we go. There's the programs there. So there, by the looks of it, this is what's going on right now. If I listen live to that... There you go. Okay.
And you're telling me you put on the radio, and while you put it on, you also press play and record on Audacity all the time, every time, for your favourite radio shows, except for the ones that you recorded, that you said you recorded when they were broadcast, and that's the special thing, is that you recorded them when they were broadcast. No? So you are doing what I said, which is stealing this content off an archive off the internet. Like I'm kind of like my jaws dropped, because the suggestion was, I thought, that Eddie had been so into like Steve Wright in the Afternoon that when Steve Wright in the Afternoon went live, Eddie pressed play and record. But if that's the case and that's what you were doing it all the time through the internet radio all those years, but the internet radio didn't exist. And like the modern technology to make it easy wasn't that easy. I think what you've done, Eddie, like I said you fucking did, is more recently just went on the internet and got a load of radio shows from archives and ripped them and uploaded them to Mixcloud. And this didn't have to be a hobby that you know, I'm listening to the radio at home, I'll press play, record. It could have been done in one evening with just going to a load of radio stations and just ripping the thing. You don't even have to play it and record it like you say, because you can rip things off the internet. You've shown us that you've got a fucking YouTube video downloader and ripper. I'm sure that would do it as well. Like with other forms of media off the internet, it would rip things off the internet. Are you simple?
Right, so that's actually happening right now. That's Bruce Springsteen and the streets of Philadelphia, yeah? Now, how do you take a radio show?
And this doesn't work either in terms... There's another problem, right? You know, on Audacity, and we said this yesterday, if I'm recording on Audacity, I record a thing, blah, 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 yeah? Hang on. Audio setup, recording device. Let's have just my microphone, right? If I'm recording and I'm recording a thing and I'm recording the radio... it's the news, it's the news, and da-da-ba-da. Welcome to Steve Wright in the Afternoon. Right? And this is what his radio recordings were like. Look. It's the news. It's the news and da-da-ba-da. Welcome to Steve Wright in the Afternoon. And before I export that and put it on the internet and do all that, I can just get this bit that's the news and all that crap. And I can just edit, cut, and it's gone. And I can start it like this. Welcome to Steve Wright in the Afternoon. And that would be the most basic, normal thing to do if this was something you intended to upload to the internet after you'd recorded it. And even after you'd recorded it, you could open it on Audacity and just do that. Why hadn't you done that, Mr. Special Audio Man remastered in widescreen? I think it's because it's hastily compiled lazy. That's what I think it is. I don't think you would ever think anyone would be looking at it to this level. So you didn't bother to make it that good. It was just there to be there, to sort of create this signal so that other people could find you and you could talk to them on this chat room on Mixcloud. That's what I think it was. Bit of backstory for Eddie maybe, but it doesn't seem that it rings true for a normal human being to be behaving like this. Even like if you are into the radio in that way and you do like these shows and you want to record them and save them and all that, wouldn't you do it a little bit better then, Mr. Record Collector? It doesn't make sense to me.
Today's radio show, how can you take a radio show and put that onto YouTube? How can you do that? Maybe what I should have done for you is, let's just get rid of that from there.
I don't care if this is the truth. That can be fine. That can be the truth. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why didn't you tell me the truth?
As well now, it's showing you that the file on YouTube, because you know when we did this before, it wouldn't accept the file. So if we go to, no, let's keep it there. Let's go to the studio. Let's go to upload. I know this is boring, guys. I'm just as bored as you, trust me, I really am. So there's the GM Hooker, 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Now, most, but this is really important, I'll show you this. There's the GM Hooker radio show there. I know it's tedious, right? I mean, I know that you're probably bored listening to my voice, but this is really important, I'll show you this.
They're all his edits. And he skanks the fucking dancing videos from other people and puts them through his editing.
Here's the GM Hooker radio show there. Right, let's just play that for you. There it is.
Well, then you could have used this to export it, you dummy.
Yeah, right, let's stop that. It's only 2 minutes 35, as you know. Oh no, the show is, the show is 40, the whole lot of it is 40...
Yeah, in two halves.
45 minutes and 52 seconds long.
So why don't you put the second half there and export it all as one big project?
Right, and what you do now is you export it, and I'll just export it just as a 720 because I don't need anything. And it's an untitled, so let's change its title name to GM.
I know how to use fucking...
Now, let's go back to what I was talking about, which was Boom Radio, just while it's doing that. They've actually got an archive. I think they did. I thought to go see what happened yesterday.
You thought they had an archive. It's the first time you've looked at it. You never looked at it before. You're just trying to show us for example, but you thought they had an archive.
As I say, I've not even tried this.
Not even tried it, but you knew it would be here and that they've got an archive and it's searchable.
Yeah, I'll just accept the cookies. I don't really care about that. So these are just like small things. So really what I want is I just want to show you how you can actually take a radio show. And so listen live again.
You want to show us how you can rip radio shows off the archive so you can upload them to Mixcloud, yeah?
Boom Radio right now. They're playing now. Okay. I'll do 30 seconds for you. What I'll show you here is the rigmarole you have to go through to upload to Mixcloud or to YouTube. You
don't have to do that. Like, why is he doing this? You don't have to do that. Is he trying to prove... I think what it is he's trying to prove to people who are technically illiterate that it's too difficult and he couldn't do it. Whereas the truth is that you can literally just go on the internet and get a file converter. And like I say, because I'm a professional media producer, I pay for mine. Like I bought it, and it's a really good piece of software, and it does it really well. But you can do it for free on the internet, and it's equally good, I suppose, if it works for your files. Just convert any file. Like, what are you on? There's a million of them. Look, free online file converter. File converter. Like, oh, back then there weren't any. Yes, there were. Otherwise, how were we converting files? Like, what are you talking about?
Cannot. What Jessup is saying you can do, let's make this clear here. He's saying you just download that file and you just upload it to Mixcloud or to YouTube. That's what he's telling you. I've just shown you you cannot do that. You fundamentally cannot do that.
Yes,
this is still uploading. This is the GM Hooker radio show that's actually converting. I'm converting it.
You're showing us how to do it.
And I've still got a little bit of time to go. Look, it's because it's 45 minutes and 52 seconds long. So I'll leave that here for a second. So again, this is the Boom radio here. So what you do is you file, export audio, and then up here I'll put Boom clip, and I'll export that.
And as I say, if Audacity can handle the file that you're putting into it, you don't even have to record it. You can just put the file into Audacity, export it. You can put the file into your editor and export it, as you've just showed us. You could put the file through a converter. This is the most meaningless hour of, like, no wonder he said he's bored, I'm bored. It's a lie, and it doesn't make sense, and it's boring.
Okay, now that Boom clip is now in.
And this is designed to just make it seem like, oh, Eddie must be telling the truth because he spent an hour ranting about technical stuff that I don't understand. That's his hope here, is that the people are going to watch it and say that.
There. Boom clip, there it is there, look. There it is.
Of course there were, yeah, exactly, Dry Spell. Fucking Pirate Bay and LimeWire and stuff. Of course there were file converters. Like, it's the most basic thing built in. Like, it's just...
So can you see how I've had to manually record that from live radio?
I don't care, Eddie. It's like me saying there's no way I could have drunk this bottle of milk because, look, to open this chocolate soya milk, you have to, well, first of all, you have to open this with a knife. You have to get a really sharp knife, and you don't have to do that, but this is the way I'm doing it. So if you didn't do it this way, this laborious weird way, you have to, this bit's glued at the bottom, so you have to open that, and I can't open that because it's glued, so I can't possibly drink the milk. Like, other people are just guzzling the milk from the top, and you could have done too. Get your fucking head out your arse.
When George Moonigan was live, I'm talking about in the 90s.
It's like watching elderly parents trying to send an email, but I think he's trying to make it seem like that, but he's telling us he was doing this years ago as well, right? And he hasn't learned since then that you can convert. He's never learned to convert a file, even though he's showing you different processes on how to do it, like a sort of like MacGyver version. Like, don't be stupid. He would only have to Google it. Like, it's bizarre. He wants to seem like, and I think he's only people he can appeal to here are the technically illiterate, because otherwise people will see immediately that he's talking shit, and he wants to seem like, oh well, I'm sorry, I didn't know there were file converters. I didn't know that. I couldn't possibly. He wants to seem innocent. Fucking hell. Morning, Nigel. Eddie's explaining that he couldn't have done what I said he did by showing us that he could have done what I said he did.
I'm talking about in 1994, 95, 96, and whatever. This site did not exist, but I did have Audacity, and all I simply done was play the radio through my computer.
In 1996, he had Audacity. He was recording this guy off the internet with Audacity, but was George Hoonigan broadcasting to the internet in 1996? Is that what was happening, Eddie? Because then I think you're caught in another lie here. I think you might be caught in a lie here, because you said this radio show was broadcast in 1990. You told us, go and check the thing. This one was broadcast in 1994, the one you uploaded, yeah? So in 1994, you're telling me that George Hoonigan was broadcasting to the internet, but the webpage says it was being broadcast in fucking AMZ WJZ radio. Oh no, look, it was broadcast on the internet in 2001 and 2003. So the later shows were broadcast on the internet. But the one he uploaded wasn't. So he's caught in a lie. Got him. It says it here. The GM Hooker show was simulcast on WJZ and the Vocal Harmony website bi-weekly from May 26, 2001. And he just said it then, 1994 or 6, didn't he? He said 96. This one was released in 94. The one he uploaded was played live in 94. After George's death, his collection was sold and is therefore no longer available to the public. And again, there's another point. Who was it sold to? Why weren't you interested? It was up for sale. Didn't you like his records? Didn't you want to buy them? No interest from Eddie. Doesn't even know what happened to them. It says his shows were hosted by GM Hooker, mostly at WJZ in Haverhill, Massachusetts. I don't believe that George Moon Hoonigan was broadcasting on the internet in the 90s. I simply don't. And Eddie's telling us he recorded it off the computer in the 90s. I simply don't believe it. And I don't think Eddie, like, with his technical illiteracy, his next lie to cover this is going to say, no, there was a way of getting the radio on your internet back then. Like, I was able to find his internet show, his radio show through the internet. But I'm going to say bollocks to that as well. It wasn't digital radio back then. I think it's a reach, that is. I think you would have had to have tuned into his radio. Like, it's more likely if you're Eddie. Like, why would you do that anyway? Why wouldn't you just tune into the radio with a radio and then fucking press record on a tape player? Like, why are you this special internet man that's recording everything on the internet in the 90s but doesn't know how to convert a file? None of this stacks up. None of it. You fucking liar. None of it stacks up.
Computer, recorded the file, saved the file. See, I did have Audacity, 1994, 95 live radio. Now, when George Moonigan was live, I'm talking about in the 90s.
In the 90s, he's talking.
Talking about in 1994, 95, 96.
94, yeah?
This site did not...
Because you didn't upload all of these, you uploaded, but the 1994, yeah, George Moon Hoonigan was live.
...exist, but I did have Audacity. And all I simply done was played the radio through my computer. Recorded the file.
The American radio through your computer. Tell me then how you recorded... tell me how you got American Massachusetts radio playing through your computer in 1994. Tell me how you did that, Eddie. I really find it a real reach at this point. 1994 radio, 1994 internet, and like the cost of this as well. The cost of this, like, do you imagine using the internet through your phone in 1994? Because this was dial-up. Like, the cost of it to be on the phone while you record the radio show. You would have just done a tape. You would have done it with a tape. He said he had Audacity in the 90s, he said, yeah. On Audacity.
Imagine a world where every word ever written, every picture ever painted, and every film ever shot could be viewed instantly in your home via an information superhighway, a high-capacity digital communications network. What that would mean is you could transform...
This is Tomorrow's World, broadcast in 1994. So Eddie wasn't at the cutting edge of the internet, was he? Come on. Like, you would have had to have been like Steve fucking Jobs to have a fucking internet connection recording the radio in 1994.
Your home into
Even if you say you have the radio playing and you're feeding it into your computer somehow, that's a very difficult proposition in 1994.
Mammoth interactive entertainment centre with the odd stock exchange and...
No way.
Usual thing of leaving it to market forces. But you can do more than just send messages on the internet. There's loads of useful information in here. You can get news, recipes, and I found this...
Come on. No fucking way. No fucking way. Let's see what Curious Cat saying. You said that Audacity... Audacity was started in 1999 by Dominic Mazzoni when he was a graduate student. Like, they hadn't even... The people that designed the programs that Eddie was using hadn't even graduated college when he was using them. The man is a confirmed liar. I've come in on my day off. Come on. Come on. Good spot, Curious Cat. Come on. This is study group now. We're all at you, Eddie. Like, this is... You're fucking lying.
It was live. I'm talking about in the 90s. I'm talking about in 1994, 95, 96, whatever. This site did not exist. But I did have Audacity.
Yeah. You've got some audacity. You fucking ball-ache liar.
Had to manually.
He's a liar. And I told you this would happen. He's covering up the lies with more lies. So what does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean about what he said about Nikki Bulley? What does it mean about what he says about Truth Finders? What does it mean? Where does this go?
I've had to manually record that from live.
And I tell you something, all the bad things he says about me, some of them have been true. Not all of the fucking, obviously I'm not on acid, I'm not on weed, like, sorry, I'm on weed. I'm not on, like, you know, coke and all that, but like some of the things, like the awful things he said in the video that we didn't cover recently, like about my parents had a divorce. Yeah, they did. Yeah, that happened. You know, some of the sad, hurtful things he said, some of those have been true, but an awful lot have been lies. An awful lot have been lies. And now this man can try and discredit me in the future, but he's got no leg to stand on because it doesn't fucking matter. Like, thankfully, there are no skeletons in my closet, which is why they've not been able to find any, because you goddamn well know that they'd have been fucking dragging them out and making them dance, yeah? Like, you goddamn know sorry, God, blasphemy here, but you know they've been trying. You know they've been trying. So that I'm good with this, but he's going to try and lie in the future, and you know it's going to be a lie. Like, he's done Boy Who Cried Wolf, he's done. He's fucking done. He's got no credibility at all. And now we can go back and look over his old stuff and see if... No, we can't, because he's deleted it all, because he was lying.
File, save the file. See? I'm talking about in 1990. Record that from...
Do you know what? I'm not saying it makes me mad, but it's making me animated insofar as like being lied to by a liar who's lying on top of it. Is he doing it to make me mad? Is he thinking this chips away at Scott, getting him angry? Because after this, I'm going to go and spend I don't have to do the morning dog walk now. That's been taken out of my obligational hands. So, but after this, I'm going to chill. We're going to come back and play Genshin Impact after a big dog walk later. I'm not going to let this like it doesn't. I don't know. Like, it makes me feel happier in a way. I suppose I feel like I'm winning. Like, I know the truth. I've always known that this guy's fucking sus and fishy. I've exposed him, and now he's doing it self-exposure. And it's because he's on the ropes, and it's because he's like, you know, he's caught lacking. He's been caught lacking, and he's on the ropes. People have been backing the wrong. I tell you what, don't fucking back Luke. Don't back Luke. Don't back Eddis. You're backing the wrong horses.
So can you see how I've had to manually record that from live radio? Now, when George Moonigan,
it's like, listen, it's a lie wrapped in a lie as well, because you didn't even have to do that in the first place. But yeah,
live. I'm talking about in the 90s. I'm talking about in 1994, 95, 96, and whatever. Yeah. This site did not exist, but I did have audacity.
No, you didn't. Well done, Curious Cat. Well done, Curious Cat. Come on.
Bang! I'm a cat. Fact.
Well done.
I did have audacity, and all I simply done was played the radio through my computer, recorded the file, saved the file. So I had to listen and record the whole thing.
How did he record the radio through his computer as well? Like, he'll find a way of saying, you know, I used a cable to plug it in through the ASCII device in the back. They didn't even have fucking headphone jacks. Like, it's such a load of bollocks.
Saved it to my computer. Now, you might be saying, why did you save it to your computer? Because there was no Facebook.
No, what I'm saying is, if you did that, why did you do it in two halves? Because you would have done it in the program, and you're an editor and all that. Why didn't you just do it as one big file? Even if you recorded it in two files, why didn't you put it back into Audacity and stitch it together? It's the most simple thing. Like, it's just, instead of doing that, you downloaded it from that website in two halves and uploaded it in two halves because it didn't matter. But the problem, right, I wouldn't even care if you did that. Like, Eddie, why did you take that stuff off the website and upload it? Oh, I started a Mixcloud and I just wanted to see what it was like to use Mixcloud. So I just went on a random website and just grabbed someone's fucking music. I like music, old music. This George guy, it's free downloads. So I've just popped a couple of them up, just threw them up on there, just see what Mixcloud was like. Okay. Now, you didn't have to lie, but it's the lying. It's the lying about it. And that really, really is as you said earlier in chat, it's a really, really like alarm bell ringing red flag as well.
Was no mix.
And yeah, Cruel earlier said it looks like he's playing dumb. This looks too advanced to me. and people want to pretend to be dumb when they want to present lies. Yeah, absolutely. I've seen someone else on the internet who does that. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Oh, I wouldn't know how to. I'm never on the internet. I don't go and troll. And actually, they're sophisticated enough for on day one to set up a stream on Twitch with fucking this and that working. And like in January, way back, like people are fucking sick liars, and I see them, and people don't believe like, and want to whatever. I don't give a fuck. I see them. I fucking see them, yeah, and you see them, and you know.
Cloud.
And I think this has all been done as well. Like I said, you said phone pointing at the screen, remember? And I picked up on it as well earlier. I think this has been done maybe fresh laptop or like old laptop or something, different setup maybe, because it needs to be clean. Maybe it's that. Like, or maybe he's got a clean computer, because I have a clean computer. I'm not fucking stupid. I'm not doing anything terrible behind the scenes, but I am looking at pornography on my phone, yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? I know who Riley Reid is. So like, do I want that to come up while I'm like Alan, you know, licks cone off? I wouldn't look for mother licks cone off daughter's face. Actually, I did look at that on this computer. No, it was on the old Mac. Yeah, like, you know, we've got to be sensible in the modern world. Eddie knows that he's showing this on the internet, and he knows he's conjuring lies and spinning lies. So surely he's going to have cleaned his act up before he fucking went on and pointed the camera at it. But the main thing is he's fucking lying, and we're proving it again. And I feel like this is like categoric proof more than anything, and he's just dropped it there, hasn't he? And Curious Cat, bang, found it. He said this time, yeah, gay. And Curious Cat in chat, it could have been recorded on cassette. Anyone would have recorded it on a cassette. That's what they would have done. And Curious Cat, he said he was still in the UK as well. Still in the UK. I don't know if that matters, but like, this is back in his radio heyday, is it? Like, it feels a bit weird to be behaving like this with his computer when he's got access to like radio recording computer, like not computer, but like, you know, he was working in the radio field, wasn't he? Like, but he's doing this shonky like hack job at home that he couldn't have even done because the software didn't exist. But like, oh my fucking days, this is such a mad collection of lies now. It's all falling apart for him.
94,
and one little thing that pulls the pin out there, where he accidentally drops that he's lying, yeah, like accidentally things don't tie up, because that's what happens to liars. They tell their stories and eventually things don't tie up, right? One little pin falls out and everything starts to fall around it.
Live radio. Now, when George Moonigan was live, I'm talking about in the 90s, I'm talking about in 1994, 95, 96 and whatever, yeah, this site did not exist, but I did have Audacity, and all I simply done was played the radio through my computer, recorded the file, saved the file. So I had to listen and record the whole thing, saved it to my computer. Now you might be saying, why did you save it to your computer? Because there was no Facebook, there was no Mixcloud. The reason I'd done that...
when you told us in that video we looked at yesterday, the reason you recorded it is so you could record it and put it on YouTube. Now you're having to change what you said because we caught you lying. We've already called this one out. Now he's going to have a new lie to cover the old lie.
It's because I used to then put that music, put that radio show, I used to convert it by putting a CD disc burner into the computer.
No, you fucking didn't in 1994. CDR, the first recorder, 2010s. Surely. Mid-90s, you had CD-ROM drives, but burning the CDs. 1998, I found someone here. You could burn CDs, but it would be costly and, like, you know, I'm talking about consumer level. I mean, I remember getting a CD burner. 1999. I'm looking at a history of CD burning here. 97, that first audio CD was successfully written by a piece of hacked together. 1997, the first audio CD was successfully written by a piece of hacked together BBC Basic. Or is this just some random? Is this the history of his own software? It all started when the prices for CD writers came down at an incredible pace. I bought my first one, a Philips CD 2000, together with two friends in 1996 for 800 DM. Nobody could imagine that anyone would ever burn more than a handful of CDs. Like, it was happening, but it was like, again, Eddy is on the cutting edge of CD burning technology in the 90s, but he can't fucking record a radio show properly. I just 1994, because it's 1994 he's doing this. CD burner. 1994. There's no way he's doing this in 1994. Come on, load. Actually, this one's a video. Here we go.
First, we're going to visit the company that invented the CD recorder, Philips Laser Magnetic Storage. Philips is the Dutch conglomerate that's the world leader in CD technology and also owns Norelco, Magnavox, Polygram Records, and many others.
You might think it's complicated to use, but it's not. Take recording an audio CD. We'll choose a regular audio cassette as our source. A song by artist Steve Dorham. First, the audio is digitally recorded into the computer.
You know when your laptop used to be able to burn CDs and you'd make your own music CDs? This isn't what we're talking about here. In 1994, you have to have the Philips fucking massive, expensive connected to... He's not doing this, is he? He didn't have Audacity either. I know. It's like another lie on top of a lie on top of a lie. I know. I suppose I don't have to... we don't need to go any further, do we? But he's making it worse.
And I used to move the file to the disc, and then I used to have, loads of them, 10 or 20 of them, in the car, because I'm a massive...
1994 car CD player probably did exist. It did exist. They were fairly standard in the 90s.
Collector of this old music. And what I used to do was I used to play the CDs in the car, like for my own pleasure, not to share, just for me. But the files stayed on my computer for donkey's years. And if I upgraded a computer, I used to have the stuff in the old computer moved into the new computer.
Those old files, you kept them for years. Yeah. Archived and moved it. You didn't put it on a hard drive separate or burned it onto a CD to keep like normal people would. Yeah, with your massive CD burner. You moved it onto the new computer as well.
So it's the same as this computer. This computer is not the original computer. So if I go here and go here, this is still painfully uploading here, because it does take a long time. That's the other thing.
That shouldn't take that long, your computer's shit.
I was going to say to you. Oh no, we've got it there now. Look, we've got it there now. Yeah?
It's
So you see how big that is now? You see
well, it's not that big.
how the file...
It's not even a fucking megabyte.
The file will be a lot smaller than the actual conversion. So there's the conversion there.
Well, it doesn't have to be. It depends what file you're converting into what.
Now I've converted that. If I go back into YouTube here,
you can upload it.
And
it doesn't
I
matter.
go process it.
It doesn't matter.
That's how I did it. And a lot of friends of mine in the UK really.
I want every word of this.
What I felt popping it. So that is the story of how I come to take in the GM radio show and popping it onto Mixcloud. That is how I did it.
What?
It wasn't a 5-minute job. You had to record.
That wasn't as easy to do that back then. You had to install the new HDD and move files across. Yeah, exactly. Like when you got a new computer, you weren't just like plugging in your old computer via USB and it just like moved everything across. No, yeah, you had to put it on a separate piece of like hardware and then upload it back onto it. And what you would do is you would archive it onto like a hard disk or a CD back then, if you had them, with a massive CD burner that he's telling you, you would have put it on discs. And then they would have been archived. And when you got your new computer, you wouldn't have taken those discs and uploaded all the music onto it, because you wouldn't need to. Because as you said, you're using it so you can listen to it in the car, and you've got those discs burned. So there's no need to do that. It would have just sat on your fucking hard drives like any normal person. And he's saying that every time he got a new computer, he took everything off the old computer, which now every time he's doing it is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because it's everything, and putting it onto the new computer every time. But I doubt this computer he's using now has got a massive archive of all of his files from back in the 90s. If he's telling the truth, then this computer now will have a massive archive of all his files from back in the 90s, won't it?
You had to convert the file. When Mixcloud came to be, what I done was I was receiving messages saying, have you got any of your old radio shows from when you was on radio in England, friends? I mean, I only had about 12 followers in the end. 12, and I mean that, by the way. I didn't advertise that I had a Mixcloud channel.
Yeah,
what I'd
absolutely you didn't advertise it, because if I'm right, and what I'm suggesting is that people might use a website like Smule or Mixcloud to create this page where if you know what you're looking for, you'll be like, oh, it's one of these guys, and you'll find each other on the internet. And there's not fucking loads of you, hopefully. But once you find each other, you can send each other cheeky messages and stuff, can't you? You can it's like a little flag that you put out there on the internet, and you can send each other files for songs.
So I simply threw them onto Mixcloud. I simply uploaded them to Mixcloud. I had to re-record them all because they was on old reels and tapes and stuff like that, and I had to convert them, put them on the computer. I had to record.
I'm sorry, what?
I didn't advertise that I had a Mixcloud channel. But what I'd done was I simply threw them onto Mixcloud. I simply uploaded them to Mixcloud. I had to re-record them all because they was on old reels and tapes.
What was on old reels and tapes?
In England, friends. I mean, I only had about came to be. What I'd done was I was receiving messages saying,
what I'd done, like Peter Folding.
That is how I did it. It wasn't a 5-minute job. You had to record it. You had to convert the file. When Mixcloud came to be, what I'd done was I was receiving messages saying, have you got any of your old radio shows from when you was on radio in England, friends? I mean, I only had about 12 followers in the end. 12, and I mean that, by the way. I didn't advertise that I had a Mixcloud channel. But what I'd done was I simply threw them onto Mixcloud. I simply uploaded them to Mixcloud. I had to re-record them.
So what we caught him out with yesterday was he said, I used Mixcloud because people were sending me messages and asking to see my radio show. So I opened up a Mixcloud, and then the first thing I uploaded was George Moon Hoonigan. And I was like, well, why did you do that? Why didn't you upload your own fucking radio show? And he's telling us now that he actually opened a Mixcloud just to put George Moon Hoonigan secretly. And then later on, somebody asked him about his radio shows, so he put them up there. Yeah.
Because they was on old reels and tapes and stuff like that, and I had to convert them, put them on the computer. I had to record the whole show again, save as a file, convert before I even attempted to put it on Mixcloud, and then I just took some old photos of me.
Why would you need to convert it if you're recording it from a fucking reel-to-reel or a tape? Why aren't you recording it in the format that you need to record it in? Like when you're recording with Audacity, you export it in whatever format you choose. So you're saying you're recording things. You've got a reel-to-reel machine, a tape player, and you're putting that into your computer. And we all know this. Like only recently was I, because I'd like the drum and bass tapes, yeah, and like the Mixcloud stuff. I put a drum and bass tape onto Mixcloud. I was able to buy a tape recorder that went straight in USB into the computer. So you tapes into the computer. Now we can get it on Mixcloud. But back then that he's describing, he's saying that he had like his reel-to-reel machine or whatever, and I don't know how he's getting that into his computer in the first place to then record it on Audacity, because that's a bit of a high-end music job, like in the late 90s, early 2000s as well. Like I say, it didn't just have like a headphone socket, you just plug that from that and then you're done. It wasn't that simple. And it might have been for some machines, like maybe at some point, but I just find all of this now a real. I mean, I don't need to keep repeating the point, do I? I'm labouring the point now. Carry on.
When I was younger, from the days of actually broadcasting, and I put them up and used to get a few listens, and a lot of friends of mine in the UK really enjoyed them.
A lot of your friends in the UK, from the 14 people that are the only people that knew about your Mixcloud, yeah?
So what Scott Jessup is insinuating?
Insinuating? Like if this was a court, then I would have presented my case and this would be your defence and you would lose.
What he's insinuating, I'm now going to throw the ball back at Scott Jessup. I've just shown you how to...
Yeah, thanks. I've just fucking walloped it. Well, first of all, what happened was I've been... Like, you put the ball back and I've been running with it and nodding it around, and then right at the end, Curious Cat's run in and fucking walloped it into the back of the net. It's gone so hard past Eddy in goal that it's fucking burned his hands. Back of the net. Reel to Reel makes me think of I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. He's talking about big loads of drugs. I like to move it, move it. Are you Eddy? Eddy? Oh no.
Do it, Jessup. I've just shown you how I do it.
I've just shown you how I do it.
Right? I've just shown you. And this is even using this system of downloading this file. You still can't upload it.
Yeah, you can. You just file convert it.
You still have to record it. You still have to...
Or you just do what you did.
Painfully listen and record it.
You don't have to painfully listen to it.
Using Audacity or another. You don't have to use Audacity. I use...
Why is it painful if you like the songs?
Different sites. I've got a studio here. I don't use Audacity.
You've got a... Oh! There we go. Now he's got a studio here. You don't use Audacity. So that makes me wonder why all of your fucking tracks have been downloaded from the internet and put into Audacity and then exported. Why would you do that? Are you converting those files? You didn't need to. Like, this doesn't make sense now. Like...
done this because that's the one that George Mooney can...
And why are you doing it in this computer instead of in your studio? See exactly what I said. This is not his usual computer for doing all this stuff on then. This is the clean computer, is it? Is it the wife's computer? Like, what's going on here?
It's a really old system, Audacity.
Thanks, Davey Norris. You've watched my YouTube vids from years back. Which one's the ASMR?
That's been around for a long time. So, I'd like you now, Scott Jessup, Mr. Fat Shaman, all right, to show us how you can take a file from George Moonigan and just drag it straight into Mixcloud or to YouTube. Show me. Show me. Okay, now you've said I'm a liar. I've just told you that I'm not. I've not just told you I'm not. I've shown you that I'm not a liar. I've shown you. You are a liar. Let's get rid of that, because I don't want to upload that. See, that's been done now. That's still showing 9 minutes.
Why am I a liar?
Let's just get rid of that, because I'm not going to upload it. I'll just get rid of it.
Delete it like all your other fucking videos, you fucking sicko.
Let's come in here and just delete that forever. Delete that. I don't want George Moonigan to be put up on there just like that. Let's go to my channel. Let's go to my videos. These are the videos that I've just recently uploaded. Scotty Boo's Bullies.
Yeah, now what he's trying to do is trying to promote his channel through me fucking reacting to it. Fucking hell. Look at what he does. He takes these people in this dancing wouldn't want to be part of this. Would they? What's he doing now? He's just playing his own videos, yeah?
He would let you call him and have a chat with him. He would give you the time of day. He would always reply to...
Now he's going to make up all these lies like he's a big friend with George Moon Hoonigan. He'd reply to all the emails, but he's not showing us any of the emails, I doubt, yeah? Because everything was kept on the old computer, so why wouldn't he keep the emails? And then you could easily fake those nowadays, though. Like, you could easily fake those up, so it's going to be a bit of a thing, isn't it?
Emails.
I'm going to have to listen to his radio shows, am I, to see whether Eddy was shouted out, and I don't think I'll find them, but he needs to.
He would let you call him and have a chat with him.
But even if he doesn't, like I said, even if he was George Moonhugan's fucking best friend, it doesn't mean that he's not told loads of lies. Like, he's definitely told lies. So why did you lie if you didn't need to?
Play music for you. His knowledge on the music. You can see his record library there. He had thousands of these beautiful old 78s. A lovely guy. Long before Mixcloud, long before YouTube, I, through the help of him, found a way of recording his programs live because I couldn't open...
Listen, if you're thinking about trying to spin that bollocks into, like, you know, oh, one of your old fans has decided to leave you. I don't know who the fuck that is, and they've not been watching me forever. They're a fairly new account, and they were made just to fucking troll me so they can fuck off.
Up a file that he was sending me through some old dial-up system, I guess. And when I think about the innocence back then of what I was doing and how...
The innocence? Why does the word innocence come into it? Innocence? Innocent of what? What do you mean, innocence?
George Moonigan was played in my car. I would play him in my car. When I lived in the UK, I wasn't living in New Zealand then.
Yeah, you realise that now, have you?
I wasn't even here. Rest in peace, George. I still listen to his old programmes today.
Because you've downloaded them on the internet and fucking put them on your Mixcloud.
So, Pooh, what's up? Yes, up. So, Pooh, I know that you just sit in your room, doing nothing, telling big stories about what you're going to do. You ain't going to do nothing, of course. How can you do anything? You can't do diddly squat.
I've already made a documentary that went on Netflix. I wasn't the only person that was on the team, but I was actually quite a vital component. Thank you very much. I'm sure everyone else will confirm. I've made a second documentary where I flew out to Sweden off my own fucking dime, and it's on the internet. You can watch it. I've done the ASMR road trip documentary. I've built up several YouTube channels. Like, what are you talking about? I can't do things.
Why don't you now show us how to download, like you said? Come on.
You just go on the internet and just get a file converter.
Get me wrong now. Take one of these files and just flip it straight onto YouTube.
You don't have to just flip it. As you've said, you can just spend 10 minutes putting it into clip exporter and export it as a different file. Are you stupid?
To Mixcloud, do it. Do you know why you won't do it? Because you can't.
Do you want me to open a Mixcloud and upload it now in the next 20 minutes? Is that what this is how I win? I don't think I need to. You just proved. You said you had Audacity in the 90s.
You can't. I've just shown you how painful it is to grab these radio shows.
It's not painful at all. In fact, fuck you. Right. I mean, I should rather do this on my other computer where I've got a converting software already. WMA file. Google. WMA file converter. Cloud convert. Select file from my computer, and it's in my downloads because we just downloaded it. Let's convert it. It's uploading. This is the challenge. This is my challenge to prove to Eddy, and this is keeping me in my room, being a room dweller. I think most of us are in rooms quite often. Processing. Might take a little bit of time, eh? It's a free one on the internet, so it's doing the processing now. I suppose I could have a cup of tea and a Bakewell tart. Like, this is not a labour. This is fine. Just have a cup of tea and a Bakewell tart while we're processing, yeah? Pizza Hut, I mean, this is what I said about Darren Brown as well. Pizza Hut would rip the fucking arse out of him, wouldn't he? This is why they don't go on the cameras much. The other one thinks they're impervious to it. They're nuts.
This is WJZ, AM and FM.
There you go. So let's download that then, yeah? Where do you want me to put it? Mixcloud? Or does it matter? Like, do I have to now upload it to Mixcloud to prove it to you? But I don't think I do I? Because how long does it take to sign up to Mixcloud? Can I be asked? Not really. I've just done that there. It's now a fucking MP3. What do you want from me? You're a liar. What a psycho. What a psycho.
Put them on YouTube. I've just shown you how to do it. It is time consuming. I'll tell you another thing that you don't
realise. I just did it then when I was just ranting.
Put them to YouTube, the Steve Wright in the Afternoon and Sunday Love Songs, the Brian Matthews or the Kenny Everett radio shows or the Johnny Walker. They all have to painfully go through each song through the copyright. And just because I'm not monetised...
What are you on about? Mixcloud doesn't have a copyright. Each song has to painfully go through the copyright. What does it even mean? Or you mean on YouTube, they have to painfully go through the copyright? You're not monetised. So you upload them and then they just go on YouTube. Like the copyright, the painful copyright is it's automatically, the copyright is found and YouTube send it to the copyright owner because it's music. You're not getting penalised. There's nothing happening. Some of them might not be able to be seen in different territories. Like, what are you on about?
Doesn't mean they allow them to be put onto YouTube.
Oh yeah, most of them, some things won't be just straight up, you can just put it on YouTube. When you say won't just allow it to be put on YouTube, it will get claimed, he won't get struck. They'll just say this is a video that's not to be, you won't, because he's not trying to monetize it, it won't affect in that way. And it will say this video can't be seen in these territories because it's owned by BMG Media Group or something. It'll say something like that. He doesn't know what he's doing or talking about.
It takes a long time to edit, take the odd song out.
It doesn't.
Put a song in that...
No, you're not doing that.
Little gap, get the sound right, make it...
No, it doesn't. And if you're doing that, then you're a fucking nutter, because I don't think you are doing that. And if you have that problem, what happens is on YouTube, it says to you, this thing has been copyright struck, but it's 2 minutes here. So do you want to take that out? And you press yes, and it just does it for you. You fucking liar.
all sound like it fits in the show. It's a painful process.
So why are you doing it? Because no one cares. You're not doing that.
Painful process.
Painful.
What do I do it for?
You enjoy the music. It's not painful. It's 10 minutes work. You just open up the editing software and cut the thing out and put it together. It's not painful. You must be the world's worst editor if you find it painful and laborious. Everything you've said that's difficult is easy as fucking pie, including taking your pants down like this bottle of Alpro Soya and smacking your ass on the internet. It's just so easy. Like, I must be a monk because dropping Eddy is becoming a habit. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Squeeze those fucking bitter lemons, man. Fucking hell.
A hobby. And what don't you like? You don't like?
A hobby. A painful hobby.
Painful process. Painful process. And what do I do it for? A hobby. And what don't you like? You don't like that I called you out for being a liar about Nicola Bulley. That's what you don't like.
No. No. Darvo, reverse victim and offender, I called you out, Eddy, for being a liar about Nicola Bulley, and that's what you didn't like, and that's why we're here. Is he fucking off his box?
And let's go back to where this started, Jessup. It goes back to the days when you started saying Ernie Bulley was responsible for the...
No, it doesn't. It goes back further than that.
Death of his daughter. You no longer...
It goes back to when you started saying lies and shit on the internet. Is he off his fucking box? Now, after all of these lies, he's going to try and craft another fake narrative to let sit in people's heads. What kind of idiot would follow anything? This guy's... And I tell you what, there's some out there that still think he's good. After this, prove to be a liar. Tell me again about how you were on Audacity in 1996. Oh, it's just one little lie he's done. Tell me again about how he's a fucking liar.
Nicola Bulley. You call her Nikki. You like on this
Nikki,
friendly name terms. I'm doing it all for Nikki.
I call her Nikki because no one called her Nicola. Like, people use it in the hashtags. No one called her Nicola. They called her Nikki. After all of this, right, it's disgraceful the way he brings up her name. Like, I, for one, really, really wish that we could get justice for Nikki. Like, she's a real person. It really happened. I think she was really fucking murdered. I for one, wish we could get justice for Nikki. I don't know why he's so fucking sick.
What? Telling Nicola Bulley and her family that her dad killed her? Is that you showing compassion?
I didn't say that. You're mental.
You don't have any compassion. You're a nasty shit.
Why did you bring up her daughter's names on the internet? Why'd you bring up the kids like that? Bring up the doxing the kids on the internet? You're the one without the compassion. You use compassion against other people as a weapon, you fucking sicko.
Is what you are. Exposing that you want to fuck Louise Cunningham and that digging up Nicola Bulley and having her dead corpse fucked. That's you doing good for the Bulley family. You
love Nicola Bulley so much that you would dig up her corpse and fuck it, Eddy, because you won't stop doing all this fucking weird shit, writing her love songs, putting up cryptic messages, pretending you'd met her. That's where we're at with that, Eddy. Don't fucking switch these things on me, you sneaky, sneaky fuck. Let's have it right, or let's not even fucking have it, eh?
Disgraceful pig of a man. You are vile, Jessup. Vile pig. And that's when I turn against you.
He's angry because he's been caught out. He's angry because he's been caught out.
When you started all that shit, I didn't even turn against you when you were wanking over Alan's face. I mean, I used to send you messages saying, hey, this is...
I didn't really wank over Alan's face.
A little bit, like, weird. And then you have a go at Alan Vinicum for using Channel 5's bit of footage
There's no need to turn on me for pretending to put my willy in Alan's mouth on the green screen. You didn't need to turn on me, so I'm not surprised you didn't. I didn't even turn on you. What are we doing now?
I mean, I used to send you messages saying, hey, this is a little bit, like, weird. And then...
You didn't send me messages. I didn't read them, if you did.
You have a go at Alan Vinicum for using Channel 5's bit of footage that you...
Are you nuts?
Edited. I've just shown you how fucking easy it is to edit, you prick.
But you couldn't edit your own radio shows properly, or George Mooney Hoonigans to take off the adverts, no? Like, you couldn't edit Steve Wright's properly to take off the adverts. I'm just showing you how to edit. Easy it is to edit, you prick. I think you're sad because I can edit and you can't. I think you're sad because I'm good at it and you're not. I think that's what it is, Eddy. Calling me a prick. He's triggered, isn't he? He's fucking triggered. It reminds me of Chantal. Next, he'll be doing a community post to say that I'm fucking this and that. What the fuck? Hissy fit, yeah. And do you know why? Because he's been caught. This is when you catch that narcissist in a corner, when you catch that abusive liar in a corner, and you fucking got them. What do they do next? What do they do next? They smash the place up, don't they? They smash the place up. Don't worry, later they can come back and apologise really heartfelt over the phone and it'll all be all right. You can let them back in. Or don't let them back in, just accept the apology. But always turn on the person that fucking had your back, eh? Always fucking turn on the person that had your back.
Alan Vinicum didn't need you, and you didn't need him, and you didn't need to bash him as much as you have. And furthermore, when you actually think about it, Scott Jessup, when you think about it, you've had to go at him for singing with Kids on Smule.
He fucking noncing on Smule, you fucking not. Oh my God.
I've just shown you how fucking easy it is to edit, you prick.
It's so fucking easy to edit, you prick. Yeah, you should have edited that out, shouldn't you?
And then you had to go at Alan Vinicum for using Channel 5's bit of footage that you...
Why are we dragging Alan into this? Why are we nonce defending Alan?
you edited. I've just shown you how fucking easy it is to edit, you prick. Alan Vinicum didn't need you, and you didn't need him, and you didn't need to bash him as much as you have. And furthermore...
You're not one of these selling fucking pictures, like with all your CD burning and all that. You're not one of these selling fucking pictures of kids from Bosnia on the internet like pizza orders to America like Alan, are you?
You actually think about it, Scott Jessup. When you think about it, you've had to go at him for singing with Kids on Smule, and yet you watch little 12-year-old Asian girls dancing on Twitch, and these punks that agree with you that Alan is a...
What do you mean 12-year-old?
A naughty man. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you mean? They're fully grown women, you nutter. Like, they're fully grown, fully self-realised, sexy women. What do you mean, what am I doing? What are you on? They're fully grown. They're fully, like, what are you... I'm a man. I've got a set of testicles, and what happens is you get this like urge to want to have sex when you see fully grown, good-looking women doing the dancing. That's what it is, you nutter. Look, here's a recent one from you'll like this Genshin. If anyone's seen it from Genshin, look at this Chaska cosplay. Look at this. She looks good. Sorry's. Like, are you nuts? I like it when women dance. Oh, next he's a bad misogynist and he's a this and he's that. Fucking hell, man. I love seeing you dance as well, Eddie, which is why this is so enjoyable.
On Twitch, and these punks that agree with you that Alan is a naughty man, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're a vile pig, man. That's what you are. And
those kids that Alan was singing with on Smule were fucking 8 years old, and they were kids, and they were live in the room singing with him. And what I'm doing is watching a TikTok of a woman dance who's dressed up as a fucking cosplay goddess. You're a nutter. You're a nutter. It is actually, there you go. It's racist to call Asians underage when they aren't super tall girls. There you go. It's racist to just assume they're all fucking little girls as well, isn't it? Just because they fit a different like racial profile or stereotype. Like, and this whole thing as well. You can go back and check all my content. You can watch it all. This whole thing started with Genshin Impact and fucking Genshin cosplays. I didn't go into Genshin liking the Asian girls. I came out of Genshin liking the Asian girls. No, it went back to K-pop as well, and K-pop blew up on the internet as well. I like that as well. But like, you know, I grew up in a Western environment. I had Kylie Minogue on my bedroom wall. It's just like there are lots of different women all over the world, and a lot of them are attractive. And when I see a few different TikTok, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I just...
And yet you watch little 12-year-old Asian girls.
What the fuck are you on? And also, are you saying that Alan is a nonce on TikTok, yeah? Are you saying that Alan is a nonce on Smule? Because if you're saying that I'm bad for watching the fucking TikTok of the Asian girl dancing, and what you want, Alan and this, but you're also saying that Alan isn't a nonce, remember? Remember you and your team and all those people are now nonce defending Alan and saying the Smule isn't that bad and it's been debunked, which it hasn't, because they're in with Alan's fucking spanners. You don't know which fucking argument you're having.
Vinicum didn't need you, and you didn't need him, and you didn't need to bash him as much as you have. And furthermore, when you actually think about it, Scott Jessup, when you think about it, you've had to go at him for singing with Kids on Smule.
Scott Jessup. Scott Jessup. Eddy Brown.
edited. I've just shown you how fucking easy it is to edit, you prick. Alan Vinicum didn't need you, and you didn't need him, and you didn't need to bash him as much as you have.
And you didn't need to bash him. Alan needed me because otherwise he wouldn't have had anything to say on his fucking channel. Alan needs Brian Harvey because he hasn't got anything to say on his channel. Alan needed me, didn't he? Because he stole from me to provide content for his channel, just like you do with all these people. You fucking sick nutty.
Or, when you actually think about it, Scott Jessup, when you think about it, you've had a go at him for singing with kids on.
Wait, I skipped it. No, get it back.
Get the sound right, make it all sound like it fits in the show. I'm doing it all for Nikki. What? Telling Nicola Bulley you were white, trying to make me look like a liar with Asian girls? I'm doing it all for Nikki.
What a gift for a Saturday. What insanity. I should be out walking. I've missed a dog walk this morning to do this. I've got a big one in the afternoon though. So, like, what insanity. I was going to say something there, but he's, oh my God.
What? Telling Nicola Bulley?
Oh yeah, that was what I was going to say. Who the fuck is he? Who the fuck is this man? You shouldn't have said anything about Alan. And what? You should have done an hour on me. Why should I care what Eddie thinks and says? He's running a hate campaign against me on the internet. The man's a stone bonker. They're like fucking pissy kids in the playground. We want to do a popularity contest and we're going to win because Scott's going to lose because he's got a big nose. Take your cherry bakewells, right, and fuck off. Stuff these as far up your ass as you can and fuck off. I don't care. I'd rather suck a Savoy. I don't care. Why? No, this man's going mad about me on the internet. Mom! Someone get me Mom! This man is going... This man... You're right, it does hit it differently in the morning. What the fuck is this? He proved himself to be a liar. And then he's fucking lost it at the end. And this is only 5 minutes towards the end now, so I think he probably cuts off before he has a fucking aneurysm. You never know. Maybe he's lying dead on the train station right now. Like, we can only hope. Oh, in Minecraft. What the fuck? I had another point to make as well. It's gone out of my head because I'm laughing.
Daughter, you're no longer called Nicola Bulley. Never man, you are vile.
Vile. What are you? You fucking loose women. Vile. He's vile. I'm not a rapist, am I? What the fuck are you on about? Vile.
Jessup. Vile.
You're a sicko, Eddie. If you're lying about all this, what else are you lying about?
It's raining again. I couldn't be
Get
happier.
yourself a celebratory new chocolate nut milk. You pressed all his buttons, X sent tippies.
Thank you.
Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Bang. Fact. I'm a cat.
Thank you. I've actually still got it on sound boost, so that'll be really loud, but like, this is great. This is lovely. What pushed his buttons is he's lied in public and he's had his pants pulled down and spanked by the chuffer. And like I said the other day, without me, who's spanking his ass in public? And without like Kelly Blank Faces, Curious Cat as well, she's covered bits and pieces of some of these people, like, you know, other channels, Vicky. Like, without these people, who is pulling these pants down and spanking them on the internet? Who's holding these people to account for seeding these lies on the internet? Who's holding them to account? You know, and that's why he's so fucking furious, and that's why there's a hate campaign, isn't there? Because you need to get rid of Chuffer, don't you? So you can do your evil in public without getting your fucking pants spanked, innit? Demons, mate.
And that's when I turned against you, when you started all that shit. I didn't even turn against you when you were wanking over Alan's face. I mean, I used to send you messages saying, hey, this is a little bit like weird. And then you have a go at Alan Vinicum for using Channel 5's bit of footage that you edited. I've just shown you how fucking easy it is to edit, you prick. Alan Vinicum didn't need you, and you didn't need him, and you didn't need to bash him as much as you have. And furthermore, when you actually think about it, Scott Jessup, when you think about it, you've had a go at him for singing with Kids on Smule, and yet you watch little 12-year-old Asian girls dancing on Twitch. And these punks that agree with you that Alan is a naughty man, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Wanking off over Alan's face.
You're a vile pig, man. That's what you are. And you don't know Eddie.
I'm wanking off over Alan's face and watching TikTok dancers.
Brown, you don't know who I am. You have not got a fucking clue.
No, that's the problem, Eddie, is that everyone knows who I am to the point where now they know where I fucking live. But you know who I am, because I'm real, I'm me. I have been all my fucking life. So go back and check, and you do. And I'm me, and I'm real, and I'm the same chuff. I always had arguments with people on Facebook when he was in the ASMR, because, yeah, I stand for shit, and I don't stand for other shit. Do you know what I mean? I don't stand for shit, and I'll stand for shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be the one that gets in arguments sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna speak out when you do your sex braingasm article and make ASMR into a sex thing, and have all fucking creepers going onto people's videos asking them about their feet. I'm gonna say in the community, I don't think that's right. I think we shouldn't be associating ASMR with the fucking sex fetish thing, because it causes all these sex problems in the community. And I'm not a prude. I don't mind watching a bit of porn on my phone, do I? But I don't think we should have it on the ASMR thing, because there's loads of vulnerable people and young girls doing the ASMR, and they don't want all these people asking them about their feet in the videos. Like, there was a spate of people like asking, "Oh, can you do a video stamping on this thing for ASMR?" And do it. Some of these girls were like falling into a trap of doing fetish videos on the internet by mistake. Like, you know, I had to speak out, yeah, and I rock the community. Yeah, I will. I'll speak out. I'll stand for things, and I'll rock if I have to fucking rock. And you'll roll, because you're fucking rolling down the hill like a liar, all wrapped up in your fucking lies. Fucking knobhead.
Who I am. I have a very good life. I have.
Oh, I have a very good life. I'm having a wonderful time. And you're spending your wonderful life talking about me on the internet and proving that you're not a liar on the internet and driving a train. Yeah? So it's not that wonderful, is it? It's not like you're fucking Barry Manilow, is it? Opening the show and then going off with the dancers, Copacabana. Like, you're not doing that. You didn't. You wanted to be a famous radio DJ like Steve Wright, and you're fucking Steve wrong, mate. That's all you are. You're Steve got it wrong. That's what you are. You were not achieving the things you wanted to in life, Eddie. You didn't. And that's that. Sorry. Some of us do, some of us don't. Depends on how you set your expectations of what you hope to gain. I mean, God help you, you don't even still see any of your old friends and family, and you're out on a rock on the fucking other side of the world pretending you're having a great time. You're not. The proof's in the fucking what the fuck is going on with your life, what you're doing. When you went on holiday and had the best time you've had in years, you spent it talking about Brian Harvey into your phone. Wishing you were shagging that woman that dived in the fucking thing. You got a video of her, you can watch it on slow-mo later, wanking on the balcony. Fuck off and eat your Bakewell tarts in fucking... Wear your red knickers and eat your Bakewell tarts and go to your Temple Orientalis and do your fucking cabal magic and fucking ship your fucking traffic kids through the drugs through your fucking ferry system and do whatever, but fucking stop doing it under my nose where I have to talk about it. Fuck off now with this. I've got cat weaseling to do. Cat Weasel's a fucking documentary. What do you think happened at the end of Cat Weasel? In fact, I don't know what happened at the end of Cat Weasel because I've never watched it. But do you think he just went away? He didn't just went away. He's been alive the whole time. It's not DNA through the generations. It's not like Cat Weasel had any sex, is it? He's the same Cat Weasel. And here he is in 2024 with a little bit of a tidy up on the beard. It's tidier than Cat Weasel. A different hat. And he's going to fucking take you to account because although I don't know what happened in Cat Weasel, I assume there was some sense of good and bad. And I'm assuming that Cat Weasel was one of the goodies. And whoever he was fighting, whomever the baddies were, you're them. And you can have it. You creepy graveyard creeper, yeah.
Self shitless on a Saturday afternoon here in New Zealand.
Oh my God. Saturday afternoon, I'm having a great Saturday. It's morning for me. He gets ahead of us. It's morning for me, and I'm having a great time. I'm laughing like a swamp donkey, and I'm going to go out and enjoy my Saturday. And then later on, I'm going to come back and play Genshin Impact, which I fucking love because it's got little girls in from fucking Asia. Paul Arner is currently going around Asia, actually fucking. Oh my god, what is going on? It's like the people that you like. The weirdest thing about this to me is this weird defense mechanism of the people that we're catching out is to just flip it around and throw it back at you and hope that they're hoping to God it works. Like I'm not a police, but could you imagine in a police situation, right? Eddie this is what would happen is, sorry, Mr. Brown, we're going to have to search your hard drives. We're taking you down the station under caution. You are going to be arrested at this point. And he'd say, actually, no, with his hands behind his back. Actually, no, you're under arrest. I'm arresting you. And you're going to come to my station, the radio station, sir. No, the train station. And you're going to fucking answer questions for me. And I'll say, no, sir, we're not. Get in the back of the van. But I'm not a police, so I have to put up with them just throwing it, reversing it. But oh my god,
what are you doing? You're a vile pig, man.
Vile pig,
that's
mate.
What you are. And you don't know Eddie Brown. You don't know who I am. You have not got a fucking clue who I am.
I've got a bit of an inclination. Why don't you share, Eddie? Why don't you expose and open up? Hey, why don't you show us? I've got a bit of an inclination. Got a few different ideas on that old pinboard, Eddie Brown, old son, old brother.
I have a very good life. I have bored myself shitless on a Saturday afternoon here in New Zealand, having to prove again that you're a fucking liar. And I'll tell you why you're trying to make me look like a liar with this George Moonigan. Yeah. You're trying to make...
Why would I try and make you look like a liar? This is an interesting point, because you can go back and look at it on the internet. It's all recorded, and I put it on Super Chuffer. I didn't try and make you look like a liar. I was watching your fucking content, and you were watching my show. And I asked you a question, and you gave me an answer, and it was a lie. So then I said, well, why are you lying? I didn't try and make you look... I didn't have to do anything. This is your world, your stuff, your answers, your Mixcloud, your stuff. I didn't try and make you anything.
Like a tiny lie. You're trying to say, look, this is a small lie. So if he's lying about something as small as...
Yes, this is exactly right. If you're prepared to... And not just this, the other thing. If you're prepared to make a web of lies about small things to create an illusion of some character, if you're just prepared in conversation to just make up a lie, then what is wrong with you? Normal people don't do that, and if they do, they get caught out in it, and then no one wants to talk to them. It's a proper social issue. It's like a functional issue you've got going on. There's something wrong with Eddie. Like, this is really weird. How are you going to defend this? Go on. Yeah, I'd love to hear it. There's only 4 minutes left in this. I'm assuming after this he had to go out and do something to try and calm down, like smash up his train set or something.
I'll tell you why you're trying to make me look like a liar with this George Moonigan. You're trying to make a tiny lie. You're trying to say, look, this is a small lie. So if he's lying about something as small as the GM Hooker radio show, what else is he lying about? That's what you're trying to do. It's not going to work.
Yeah, Dry Spell, good point. He's completely deflected from that, which was the Tiny Tim radio. And some people have messaged me since to say Tiny Tim wasn't the first person to do that joke either, and that it was somebody else. Like, we've got another name from an actual radio show that went on. We've got another name. Let me just get this up now, actually. Well, I'll get it. Can I finish this and then I'll bring it up at the very end, yeah? Because otherwise, because I just want to finish this flow. But yeah, the other lie was that he made up that Selfridges viral thing, and it wasn't, he didn't.
So if he's lying about something as small as the GM Hooker radio show, what else is he lying about? That's what you're trying to do.
Well, I think you're lying about Nikki Bulley and your involvement, and I've always questioned whether you're telling the truth or whether it connects and whatever, and you've never given us like enough to really know. It's always been, if you believe Eddie's close to the family, then XYZ. If you believe Eddie has this information, then XYZ. And he's always alluded to it. Exhibit 1, which obviously I can't pull up and show you now, but Exhibit 1, for example, if you had spoken to Ernie Bulley, you would know that. And it's always been about Ernie Bulley and the family. It's always been focused around them, as if he's like in with them. It's always been that. And that doesn't mean, like, this little lie here and the little lie about being viral with the voice and calling up Selfridges, they're not the first time I thought he's lying, but these are the first times that I've been able to prove it.
It's not going to work, Jessup. What's up, Jessup? It's not going to work. You need to get a life.
Eddie,
get out your dead
Eddie, it has worked. It's not work. It's not whether it works. This is the thing as well, right? Over on another side of a fence, I'm on this side, yeah, where we're not trying to pull tricks. So it's not whether it works or it doesn't. It's the truth. It doesn't have to work. It's the truth. There's no, like, what do you mean work? How does it work? Oh, well, if it works, then people stop following him and they'll stop watching his shows and they'll say he's gone downhill. And like, if it works, there's no if it works, yeah? Here, it's just the truth. Whereas on his side, he's doing these things so that they will X, Y, Z, so that they will, erode away the super chuffer thing, so that the lies that he wants to tell or the truth that I tell, he's trying to erode away at that. So he's got a thing that needs to work, but I don't. So he's talking in his terms. If it works, it's not going to work. It doesn't have to work. It's the truth. It's out there now.
You're trying to say, look, this is a small lie. So if he's lying about something as small as the GM Hooker radio show, what else is he lying about? That's what you're trying to do. It's not going to work, Jessup. What's up, Jessup? It's not going to work. You need to get a life. Get out your dead nan's bedroom. Get some colour in those grey cheeks of yours.
You talk to your granddad like Norman Bates talks to his mother. Eddie, you're a motherfucker.
Stop buying shit equipment and drugs with the money that people are giving you and get out the house.
Hey. That's top line. That's top line. Professional. Thank you. Obviously, I did look at the A9 recently, the new Sony camera, and it is $6,000, so I'm not buying it. I've got better kit than you, haven't I, Eddie? I think he's jealous of me, isn't he? I think deep down he's jealous of me because I'm on a different level.
Not going to work, Jessup. What's up, Jessup? It's not going to work.
I know there's someone. How does he know he bought equipment? I assume someone emailed him and told him. Yeah, he watches everything, even at like strange times in the night. Yeah.
You need to get a life. Get out your dead nan's bedroom. Get some colour in those grey cheeks of yours. Stop buying shit equipment and drugs with the money that people are giving you and get out the house. How ironic the other day that you went, bang, I can prove I went out. You can prove you went out. The last time you went out, Jessup, you went out to a restaurant and started Googling over a 21-year-old girl, started to stalk her on your channel, and the cretins in your
I'm sorry, I started to stalk a girl on my channel while I was out. Are we okay? I don't think he knows the last time I went out because I don't broadcast everything on the internet, do I? But Eddie, I think you've permanently gone out. You're fucking fully gone out, mate. You ain't coming back. Certainly not from New Zealand.
Channel, the childlike empress type people, Seb Blue and Dry Spell and Dover and Dolly's fucking bum.
Dry Spell, get your shout out. Line up for your badges of honour. I'm sure.
It's raining again.
Curious Cat sent tippies
I was going to say,
to buy more SD equipment.
Where's Curious Cat
Super
shout out?
Chuffer owes 10 hugs.
Thank you very much.
I'm a cat. Bang. Fact.
And also,
do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts.
I never went without a real drink in all my time in the Rovers.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You all know this, right? I'm just going to say this one more time just for the sake of it. I'm very grateful for all the tippies and all the, I'm very grateful. I work relatively hard to try and produce content, whatever, get a bit distracted and derailed, but do work a bit hard sometimes.
It's raining again. I
Thank
couldn't
you.
Every cent
have it.
tippies. Every little helps towards an ounce. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thank you. Like, I worry that if I say this, it means people won't tip me as much, but I saved up the money and put it carefully in the savers. I could show you on my fucking... Obviously, I don't want to show you my bank account on my phone, but like, I've got different parts of the bank account and I put it in the savers bit, yeah? Because I don't want to spend that money. I want to use it for making content. And that means I can buy more cameras and more bits and pieces if I want. I can do stuff for the studio. But what it really means is if we need to get on a plane or if we need to go and interview someone and I want to pay someone to sit next to me and hold the camera and I want to have Steve with me doing this stuff, which we talked about, like, it's a budget for that, yeah? So I'm really lucky and grateful that I've got that. Because we haven't spent so much money towards the end of this year doing that stuff, I've actually felt a bit more generous in terms of sharing that budget, which I can't write it off. I can't say because I spent it on like some gifted memberships for Curious Cat that it's a write-off on the tax because I spent it on like a promotion or something. I can't do that. It's, you know, but like, I'm able to spend a little bit more here because we spent a little bit less on that, knowing that I'm still going to put more into the savings account. But like I just, what was even my point there? It's just like what am I being attacked for now? We tip because you enjoy the content. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. It's a good point. Like, it all goes into the, like, someone else was confused about this on the internet the other day. When you get tips on the internet, they all go into the pot, like, of money that you have, and that's your money. And then what you choose to do with your money is up to you, isn't it? So that's how it works. Like, whatever the way I divide it at my end is up to me, but it's all just the money then, isn't it? Like, there's no, I can't say to the bank, these are the money that I get from the tips, so I don't want you to tax me on that, and also I don't want you to put it towards this, and I don't want you to do that with it. I tell you what you probably wouldn't do is you probably couldn't say, I'm going to spend some money gifting some memberships, but I don't want you to take it out of the money that I got gifted on YouTube. I want you to take it out of the money that I earned in a separate place. Like, you can't do that. You just put it out of your in and out. Like, so, like, yeah, it's the money, I guess. I get that, but I'm very grateful for it. And like, whilst I do use it to spend on things like food and bills, like, thank you.
I don't know what you heard about me.
Putting some aside,
but no
thank
wish to
you.
get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no perms you can't see. I'm just a mother M-I-M-P.
M-I-M Dizzle. Putting some aside so that we can use it for content is really important to me, and I have done, and I will continue to do so. And on top of that, sharing it about a little bit as well, sharing the gift, like sharing the blessing. Like, I wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for your gratuity. And like, I've recently, I don't want to bring up someone and like, you know, point a finger, but I've watched another streamer recently who I think has got a great heart. Like, I just think they're a good person, and like, giving them a bit of a boost, whether it be financially or the sort of sentiment of the idea that someone's watching and they've given them like a big boost, like, that's important to me as well, because I was that other person. I was that streamer streaming to like 20 people. Like I started out on this journey, and this is another thing when I go on about these fake people like Luke who fake it instead of making it, yeah? Like, I'm looking at other people like, shout out to Kelly Blank Faces, yeah? Like, Kelly Blank Faces does videos that will get like, 1,000 views and plus if they're a certain topic and certain style and stuff. She'll also do other videos that won't get 1,000 views, but she'll do them anyway because she cares and she's consistent about the thing that she's doing, yeah? And like, that's what YouTube's like. Like, you sometimes don't get a load of views and you have to work and work, and it might be 3 years. Like, it might be that in the first couple of years you go from 0 views to 10, 20 on a video, and then the next year you might get to 200, 300. You know, it might be for some channels it goes quicker. You know, you might get lucky on that. That's fine. It might not just be luck, it might be good judgment. But for some people it takes work and hard work, because not everything they do is a sort of viral, algorithmic, trending topic. So it takes time to build that snowball. And if they're consistent, the snowball will grow. You know, be consistent, things will keep going. Like, I've been there in that situation, working on these streams for coming on 3 years plus now, yeah? So if I'm looking at someone else who's doing, like with Matt and his vlogs, he's there every day. He's inspired me to get up earlier and to try and pull my fucking finger out, to be honest. Like, getting up at 6 a.m, going to the gym, it's a good message. And he's not got the same level of success or like financial backing that I've had every day. Like, and I can't do it to him every day. But I want to just, like, if I'm lucky enough, I want to do some sharing. I think that's the next thing that I'm going to get attacked on. Maybe, I don't know. Money came up then, and the idea of this kit, and I don't have to defend myself in any way. But what I want to say is I'm really grateful, and I'm like, I want to intend to like continue to show my gratitude. Like I said this to Matt when he got a big tip the other day. I said, show people by just using that money to make good content, repay them in content. And honestly, that's what I intend to do. And I hope I try enough to do something. I mean, oh, fucking hell. I'm not even, this is bizarre. This is so bizarre. Being attacked. Okay, and on that level, go and look at all my stuff, yeah? Go and look at my Mental Health Monday channel that I did for a year, yeah? Go and look at the documentary stuff that I've put on YouTube that I worked hard on that I've got no direct financial payout for. Go and look at all the fucking videos and all the content and tell me that, like, Eddy is better than me in some way and has got more to offer and more value. Because there's nothing there. I'm talking to somebody who's fucking naked. Like Emperor's New Clothes or whatever. He ain't even the Emperor. He's just a naked man. And he's telling me, fuck me. This is insanity.
And I'll tell you why you're trying to make me look like a liar with this George Moonigan. You're trying to make a...
What it is as well with Kelly and talking about trolls, right, is that you were doing good content and bringing good energy when there was only 3 people on the stream. Thanks, Cruel, yeah. Sometimes I think it's
Anonymous
easier.
sent tippies. Another shit equipment fund contribution from Australia XX.
I don't know, murder.
Super Juffer owes 20 hugs.
Thank you very much. That's really generous.
The exact same.
Thank you. That's really generous.
Ooh. Do's and don'ts.
I'm not turning this into a begging night, but thank you. That's really generous. I really appreciate it. Thank you. The trolls thing, I think when Super Chuffer was like growing, honestly, this is weird because I didn't want to turn into one of those true crime channels and keep banging it, but I think they thought I was going to, so they wanted to try and slow it. And like with Kelly as well, like, it's this idea that like before these channels grow, they nip them in the bud in some way. I think there's something sinister with that, but now's not the time for conspiracy theory and funny ideas. But we've all got to agree that Eddy is fucking outside. Like, he is fully outside, wandering around, no clothes. Like, the police are going to have to come. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, this man is not right. And is that just because he's got an ego problem, or is there something weirder and darker? Because as he says, we don't know him and we don't know what the fuck he's up to, but he is fucking up to something.
Eddy afternoon here in New Zealand, having to prove again that you're a fucking liar. And I'll tell you why you're trying to make me look like a liar with this George Moonigan. You're trying to make a tiny lie. You're trying to say, look, this is a small lie. So if he's lying about something as small as the GM Hooker radio show, what else is he lying about? That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's not going to work, Jessup. What's up, Jessup? It's not going to work. You need to get a life. Get out your dead nan's bedroom. Get some colour in those grey cheeks of yours. Stop buying shit equipment and drugs with the money that people are giving you, and get out the house. How ironic the other day that you went, bang, I can prove I went out. You can prove
Bang.
You went out. The last time you went out, Jessup, you went out to a restaurant and started Googling over a 21-year-old girl, started to stalk her on your channel. And the cretins in your channel, the childlike empress type people, Seb Blue and Dry Spell and Dover and Dolly's fucking bum, what was you doing? You were getting them helping you stalk her. I had to find her on Facebook.
What?
You are grotesque, man.
This never happened.
You are a 44-year-old man going on 60. You look horrid. You sound horrid.
This video looks like he's saying it all to George M. Hooker, but he's talking about me, obviously.
I feel ashamed to put George Moonigan's face on here while I'm talking about this.
Well, why don't you point the camera somewhere else, you bellend?
You're
I'm sure he's got a folder full of pictures of me.
Disgrace. Mixcloud. What did you say?
Mixcloud.
What did you say? People that upload shows on there are part of U-Tree?
Yeah.
This whole thing is about sharing old music channels and old music shows and all.
Not all of Mixcloud's about sharing old music, no. A lot of people use it to share their contemporary music and their current radio shows. It's like a going concern for like modern people as well, Eddy. It's not supposed to be an internet archive for strange people who want to connect, that don't have any archival order or organisation, that just throw them up randomly and keep it as private secret. No. You can use it like that if you want.
Also your own stuff, your own, self-produced tracks. This is what this is for, Mixcloud. It's an audio. Anyone. I go into Mixcloud, search around. You'll have some fun on there. Don't listen to Jessup. He's a fucking nutter. Stop encouraging this idiot.
Obviously, you won't find Eddy's Mixcloud on there because he deleted it after I talked about it, which is weird because if it's innocent and just a load of fun, why did you delete it? Like, what was wrong with it?
I go into Mixcloud, search around. You'll have some fun on there. Don't listen to Jessup. He's a fucking nutter. Stop encouraging this idiot who's got mental issues.
Mental issues? Me? From this man? Wow.
He has self-diagnosed himself off of drugs.
No, I haven't. I didn't self-diagnose myself off anything. I spoke to the doctors, thank you very much. I don't need antidepressants. I'm quite stable, so I don't take them. I didn't just like one day I stopped taking my meds. It was a very gradual tapering process, and I've been very successful with it. Thank you very much, the NHS, for helping me through a difficult time by giving me mental health support by the way of a mental health thing that, like, you know, it helped me with sleeping, you know, stress and sleeping. Thank you, yeah, but I'm good now. Whereas you sound like you need a little something to help you calm down on a Saturday evening, don't you?
It's disgraceful.
Disgraceful.
Absolutely disgraceful.
How is it? Are you just really cross because I've just bodied you and just dropped this fucking truth bomb on you? He said I was on drugs earlier. Yeah, he said I was on acid, coke, mushrooms. Like, the only thing I'm apparently not on is ecstasy and ayahuasca.
Absolutely bloody disgraceful.
Is he all right? Sat up to this computer, look.
Anyway,
there's Eddy. Why have we done this at the end? Bit weird.
I'm over it.
I've never seen a man so mad.
Go into Mixcloud, search around. You'll have some fun on there. Don't listen to anyone.
I've never seen a man so mad. I've never seen I'm over it. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, you fucking stone bonker.
I'm over it. Okay, and it's time for me to shut this down now.
Shut this down? What do you mean? Your computer and go out for a walk? Don't, you predator. Stay away from everyone.
I hope I've helped you see.
What you should do, Eddy, is you should do a big series of videos all about you and the truth of you and the history and how you met Nicola and what you saw in her and all this bullshit you've been talking. Why don't you tell us all about your religious beliefs that you suddenly gained after you told me there were none? Why don't you tell us all about that? Why don't you tell us about the Temple Aurealis and the Satanists, or the fucking Masons, or the drug dealers, or something? Why don't you tell us something that's fucking truthful somewhere along the lines? Because this is a load of shit.
That Jessup is nothing but a liar.
Get your wig cleaned.
He is a complete liar. He cannot tell the truth. He doesn't know how to tell the truth.
After all of this? Please enlighten me. Well, you're not going to. You've got a minute and 29 left to look smug.
Well done, Andy, taking the pish. Well done for exposing this nutter for what he is.
100 kilograms of cannabis imported to the UK. Caught. 9 years in prison. What happens to the cannabis? Who is responsible for that?
I would say one more thing to you, Jessup. Leave Trisha Gelder alone. She does not deserve what you're doing to her.
Right. What am I doing to her? Occasionally talking about her on the internet in context of the fact that she's constantly shitposting me and has said some really fucking weird shit in the past about stuff like Nikki Bulley and Jay Slater and so. You won't find it, it's all been deleted. I've got some of it. Is that what I'm doing? What, reviewing the video where she said that she'd been doing the numerology based on the Jewish Kabbalah magic that connects up to Audio Temple Satan Aurealis or whatever, that underpins the movement in the from Alistair Crowley. Is that, sorry, what? The Kabbalah magic. Is that what I'm doing to her? Or is she doing that to herself with her own content?
She is a lovely person.
You love her.
And we have had some wonderful conversations.
You ring people up to manipulate them because you're a weirdo.
And I've learned a lot about her.
Really? I'm sure that was a really sensible move of her to tell you stuff about herself on the phone. That would be a really... I'm sure she was... This is one thing I'd give her credit for. She wouldn't have done that. Not after all the stuff you said. She might have listened to your apology, but should have kept you right at arm's distance, I would hope. Because you don't let a narcissist thug like you back into your life, do you? Talking about thugs, you know how he calls me a thug a lot? He seems to pretty much to be like... You know, he's not very... Look at the... Let's tick the boxes. He's not very intelligent. He has temper tantrums. He's a bit backward in his old, thinking. Thinks Bernard Manning used to be really funny, but he had to put that down. He's very unhappy. He's stuck in his little rut. He fits all the profile ticks of being a thug. What's this stuff at the top of your balcony, of your head? What's all this weird childlike... Because you're not raising... Did you raise kids in this house? Are these like kiddie things? These little ornaments? Are these little ornaments you like? These little gnomes? Is that a thing you like? Is that your wife's stuff? What's going on with all the gnomes, really, though? Why do you look like such a fucking psycho?
And she does...
All these questions and more.
Does not deserve your vulgarity.
My vulgarity.
Leave her...
Have you seen the chat that goes on over there?
Alone. You are...
I don't do anything to her.
Don't you see the damage? You're not causing any damage to me. I laugh at you. I think...
Yeah? You seem like you're having some sort of... you seem damaged to me, so I don't know if I was the one to cause it, but you do seem damaged.
You're just a nutter on...
Thanks, using my terminology.
The internet. You take mushrooms.
Oh my God. I don't take any mushrooms. I eat mushrooms regularly because I'm a vegan. And even if I did take magic mushrooms, which I don't, it wouldn't be a problem because it's just a mild hallucinogenic and you have a reasonably enjoyable evening if you do it in a moderate dosage. And I'm not suggesting you should on the internet. I'm talking about experience, yeah? I'm not here to promote that sort of stuff at all. Let's get that clear time out. We're not going to say, if you're telling people to take mushrooms, they'd have a good time. It's quite commonplace across the internet now if you look at what's legal and what's going on all over the world. In America, I think there are some places where it's legal. Go and ask for those people's testimony. Calm down.
You take acid.
I don't take any acid. That's stronger than mushrooms. And if I did, and I was sat here in front of you, you would fucking know it because I'd be laughing like a hyena and I'd be holding the one Rizzler for about 20 minutes like this, turning it over, like imagining it's a fish, and I wouldn't be able to do anything on stream. So I'm not doing that. Yeah, carry on.
You take crack cocaine.
I don't take crack cocaine. That would blow my head off on stream. My eyes would be like, whoa, and I'd look like Luke the other day on his stream, all like, oh, and I'd need some more of it really quickly. It's very Moorish. So once I'd finished it, I'd be all sweaty and eggy, and then I'd need more of it. So you'd see that in a mile off. I don't take crack cocaine.
You're a dope head.
I am a dope head. I smoke loads of weed. I quite enjoy it. I found my sort of balance with it, my even keel, and that's fine for me.
You're an alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic. I used to drink quite heavily as part of a regular daily diet like most Brits. I used to go to work and do my work like a normal person, and after work, or maybe just at the end when I can crack a beer at like 4 PM if I'm mopping the floor, and then I'd go to the pub and drink, and then I'd buy more beers and drink at home, and then I'd start drinking the spirits a little bit later on in the evening sometimes, a couple of glasses of rum, and I thought to myself, this is all going downhill. I don't want to do this anymore. So I stopped. So if I am an alcoholic, I'm a reformed one who hasn't had a drink for 10 years. So that makes me fine. Okay, yeah, next. I'm defending myself against these fucking weird accusations, but we're talking about who's a liar in this episode again, aren't we? And these are all lies. How does this make him feel better? If he wants, right? I can't do this on the stream here in the UK because I think it would be a bit naughty. But I could probably find a country where all these drugs were legal and just go and sample them on a stream. And then I could do a stream and you'd be like, wow, Scott looked really fucking wasted on all those drugs. And then the next stream I'd be like, oh, I've got a really bad headache. And then after that, probably, assuming you don't die from all the drugs, which... Come on, I've seen crackheads wandering around the streets. They look half gone, but it takes them a while to get there. Look, I think what would probably happen is then after that, I'd come back down to earth and then we just carry on. I'm a crackhead now. Do you know what I mean? I'm a crackhead. And this is what I used to say about Bin Bin. And, There's a group over there that are the new bin bins. That's what they are. Some of them are from the old bin crew. Like, it's the Alan Spanners and the conglomerate fucking scum on the crime world drain or whatever they are. Like, you know, I used to describe bin as a crackhead ranting at ranting at the McDonald's drive-through window, and what they say to her is, "Can you fuck off?" Thanks. Like, spray her with water or something. Like, we should be compassionate to people, but do you know what I mean? Like, people don't listen to those people. Like, when you go and pick up your drive-through, you don't wind down the window and sit there for 20 minutes. Oh, this crackhead's got something to say. Like, you fucking wind the window up and like drive off. That's what's going on around. But I'm not that person. That's not me. And it's weird to hear this man say it like this. But it makes him look fucking like, of all the things he could accuse me of, this is something that's clearly not true, yeah? So who's the liar again? Like, and what kind of lies are we telling? Like, childish playground lies? But I think at some point he's going to move on to something more sinister. He's already tried sexual abuse lies. I mean, he's a fucking one, isn't he?
She is a lovely person.
So he's also saying these things, like Trisha's lovely and this other one's great. So maybe that's not quite accurate either, huh? Maybe it's all just a manipulation load of bollocks as part of a hate campaign. And if you're engaged in that manipulation bollocks hate campaign and you're watching this, wakey fucking wakey. Wakey fucking wakey, my little cherries.
And we have had some wonderful conversations, and I've learned a lot about her. And she does not deserve...
This man's lovely. He also calls up Andrasta Wolf and all sorts of ladies behind the scenes, doesn't he? He calls them up and talks to them. And that's something you should be doing, is meeting someone like Eddy online and then giving him your details and phone number and that, and having phone conversations behind the scenes is probably a good idea, isn't it? Because he seems like a really nice guy.
Your vulgarity. Leave her alone. You are... Don't you see the damage? You're not causing any damage to me. I laugh at you. I think you're just a nutter on the internet. You take mushrooms. You take acid. You take crack cocaine. You're a dope head. You're an alcoholic. How can anybody take you serious? Unless, of course, the people in your chat rooms are the same as you. And I'll tell you...
They crucified Jesus, didn't they? Listen, Jesus is better than me, isn't he? But like, they crucified Jesus. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want from me? I think you should. What I think you should do, Eddy, is I think you should do an hour-long video explaining about crack and heroin. And wait, heroin. We didn't have heroin. Ask Andy about that. Maybe she can fill you in on some of those details. Like, why don't we explore that? Why don't we do an hour long? Why don't you focus your attention on this? Because this is probably your best stuff.
What, the people that follow me are nothing like you, mate. I tell you that now.
No, yeah. Because they're people in your fucking head.
Right. I want to hear what you've got to say about George Moonigan now, and I need you. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
Fuck George Mahoonigan. I hope more George Mahoonigan sucking dicks in hell. Oh no, Oh no, he said that about George Moonahoonigan. I bet George Moonahoonigan is probably just a really nice guy. Or he could be the next Jimmy Savile, or I don't fucking know. I don't care about George Moonahoonigan, do I, Eddy? It's not about George Moonahoonigan. It's about you stinking liar.
Prove that you're right.
I did.
Because you're fucking wrong.
Ooh.
You're wrong, Jessup.
No.
What's up, Jessup?
What's up? What's that?
Anyway.
What's that? What's this new thing he's doing? Is he trying to start a meme? Let's hear them all doing that. I'd love to hear you all doing that. You all have a lot of fun doing the memes that I do. Do that. Go and do that one. What's up, Jessup? Let's hear you all doing it. Let's see you all doing it. You fucking dummies. You fool dummies. This has gone like, what the? This has gone weird. This has gone weird. I feel like, how to say this? I feel like I've maybe had a window into the psych ward or something. Eddy wants to be on Broadway, but instead he's in Broadmoor. That's what's happened here. The neon lights are bright on Broadway. Yeah, and the fluorescent lights are bright in Broadmoor, mate, so... What's up, Jessup? It's our new thing. We're stealing the meme. We're owning the meme. What's up, Jess? Look at him down there filming it from like chin height. Like, what a fucking dummy.
Prove that you're right. Because you're fucking wrong. You're wrong, Jessup. What's up, Jessup? Anyway, listen.
It reminds me of Ricky Gervais on The Office a bit, doesn't it?
Prove that you're right. Because you're fucking wrong. You're wrong, Jessup. What's up, Jessup? Anyway, listen. Take care, everyone. I love you guys.
What? George Moon Hoonigan, R.I.P. it says at the end. Rest in peace, George Moon Hoonigan, who somehow has got dragged into this. I bet he never fucking knew Eddie. Like, I really feel strongly, gut feeling, that Eddie won't be in these, like he said, in these latest ones. And like that means I've got to listen to sort of like, 5-10 hours of George Moon Hoonigan to find out. But I bet he won't be in them. Shouted out, like he said. I bet he won't be. I don't get the impression that George Moon Hoonigan would really have shouted him out, but maybe, maybe. Hastily compiled video. The only thing that Eddie's got that he takes out of that's positive is that it slowed me down from actually cutting the fucking video for Send Trees for the new album, because that's what we was going to do instead. So that slowed it down. So he's got that on him. Like, well done for that. He's managed to slow down. Maybe that's what he intended to do. Just slow down, Scotty. But we've had a fun stream this morning like I intended. I'm now going to go and live my life a little bit and leave the house. And I'll be back later on this evening to play Genshin Impact with you as the sun sets in the UK, which will probably be about 4, 5, 6 maybe. A few hours. But, Genshin Impact is on my agenda today. Please, please, please don't stop me from playing Genshin Impact today. I need those Asian girls. Oh, my God. Yeah. See you later. Yeah, you'll definitely. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, bye. I don't know. I don't want to go now. I'm not finished. I feel like I'm in the aftermath. I feel like I'm shell shocked from it all. Do you remember he called me those names and said that I was on all those drugs? And do you know what I'm like with my oppositional defiance in this? I'm not as like Chantal with oppositional defiance, but I feel like what I should do is I should dress as a cross-dresser like he accuses me and take acid and mushrooms on stream and sit here and just be like, now what? Now what are we going to do? You're still a liar. And what? It wouldn't change anything. But yeah, we're not doing that. R.I.P. George Moon Hoonigan, obviously. I feel bad for George Moon Hoonigan who's got brought into this. I'm impressed by Eddie's technical. I mean, he must have spent thousands on that kit back in the day to burn CDs. Like, he must have been minted to be doing that. Look, that was Eddie back in the day. As part of his lies, using computer programs that weren't written by people that were still in college learning to program. That would be falling into a lolcow. Would it be? Playing into the meme, becoming the lolcow. I mean, I just think like it wouldn't even be that bad. I'd just sit here being like fucked on drugs for a stream, and then what? Like, it doesn't undermine like the actual truth, does it? Like, me being high or not wouldn't undermine the truth of what Eddie said and did. Like, it doesn't. It's a weird argument, but it's an attack on character rather than an attack on facts. So, that's all that is, isn't it? And the funny thing is, some people that don't like me are actually quite happy about narcotics and the use of, or have been in their life, and raves and drugs and stuff, and like would see what he said as a bit of a horrible attack on some of their culture as well. So, it is what it is. But it ain't no big thing. No big thing than a chicken wing. But yeah, I'll finish on a song then. I guess I'll sit and listen to a song because I feel like my brain is fried from that, but also I don't want to sort of just like leave you in the horror house. But like, what? And I was looking for that other Eddie song, wasn't I? There was another Eddie song that I said, oh, I've got another Eddie song, and yet it hasn't gone on the album. Is it this one?
About the girls of Nicola and Paul, I thought about them, and I wanted them.
This is one that we didn't write down. Sick Nutty, I think, isn't it? So this one should go on the album as well. But I think there might have even been another one.
I'm sick like a virus.
Obviously, I'll play this one, and then if I can't find the other one, this will be the last song. But I just need to do something to like just cleanse our brains a little bit before we end.
And Paul, I thought that then.
The man's mad. I wonder what he's going to do as a response to that.
I'm sick like a virus, cold like the wireless. I need attention, so sound the sirens. I'm talking to the mindless, higher than mountain climbers. I go low like foldings, divers. Under the bridge, getting sucked for a fiver. Got my Thai wife on mail order. I'm down under, going underground like poor weather. Underground because I love miners. Got my mug signal, blue spiral. I'd love to be a swamp donkey, but I'm just a rider, a cloud chaser and a liar. Is this how things turned out for Eddie, Scott's enemy? Bad energy, Scott exposed me, so I should bounce like Zebedee. Fuck off and bounce like Zebedee. I'm Eddie, sick nutty, getting red, getting redder. Suck that little header. Predator, tickets please, I'll be your driver.
And who am I? I clearly have no shame. And
it's this one, I think. It's this one. So I'm glad we did this today, because at least we've got this track to add to the album. We're now at 19 tracks on the album. Have I got Eddie for you? Now that's what I call Edis. 19 tracks is quite a lot for the album, which is good. So we might go through them and cut them down by a couple, or we might put it as a 2 CD. Even though it won't be a 2 CD, it'll be one video, because I've got the power to edit it together as one. And I'll get you. I'll put it up for download on the internet as 2 separate files. But Eddie can record it painfully in his.
Either on the case, or am I just the man that drives the train?
Listen, you be good. If you can't be good, you're Eddie.
Stirring up the internet with conjecture and lies. I clearly have no shame. I'm angry Eddie, or I should take the chufferman's advice. I might as well fuck off and drive my train. I'm a shameful man, an embarrassment to my daughters. I'll stay hiding away out here in Auckland. Who will ever know the secrets of my past? The people and the tears I left beside the tracks. I'm a shameful man, an embarrassment to my daughters. I'll stay hiding away out here in Auckland. Who will, I'm a shameful man, an embarrassment to my daughters. I'll stay hiding away. Eddie, or I should take the chufferman's advice. I might as well fuck off and drive my train. It's 2024 and I have had to change my tune. It's no longer funny to be the biggest racist in the room. I learned to say the right things, to twist others up in my untruths. But my bitterness comes showing through. It's 2024 and I have had to change my tune. It's no longer funny to be the biggest racist in the room. I learned to say the right things, to twist others up in my untruths. But my bitterness comes showing through. A sneaky sad man with an agenda, on the run from something in the past. A political manipulator, or maybe I'm just talking out my ass. A close friend of the victim's family, a jealous loser stuck here overseas. Someone you should admire and look up to, or just asking, do you have your tickets please? Stirring up the internet with conjecture and lies, our lies. I clearly have no shame. I should take the chufferman's advice. I might as well fuck off and drive my train. Stirring up the internet,